Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Palm Wine Central podcast episode. I am one of your hosts, Uncle AK. I got my good fellas and ladies in the building. But before we get started, please, if it's your first time joining in, hit that subscribe button at the bottom for weekly notifications, or head over to any streaming platforms and subscribe to Palm Wine Central podcast. We're on all social platforms at PWC Cast, and this episode is sponsored by SITM Podcast. Go follow them on all streaming on social platforms. SITM Podcast is unique like that. Man, let's get it going. I'm here with my good fellas and ladies again. I got Baba Lord, Tayo, Baba Aziz, Therese, and Tutu joining us in this one. You know what I mean? No introductions really needed. You already know her, so we're about to get this thing going. Let's start like this. Man. There's been a lot of paternity fraud cases in Nigeria, Jamaica, things like that. So I seen a question online that I thought was pretty interesting, and I'm gonna ask this to the guys and ladies. Feel free to chime in at any point in time how you feel. But somebody said asking your wife for DNA test should be a criminal offense. If you don't trust her, why marry her in the first place? Being that there's a rise in, paternity fraud cases and things like that, should it really be a crime asking your wife for a paternity test? Or should you just go ahead and get it? Or would you even go ahead and get it? Let's discuss. Okay. Tayo, you take this one first then.
So you said paternity fraud cases, meaning that someone's getting a test and it's not actually the results that's coming out.
Meaning that, for example, you have your wife, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you guys got 2 kids.
Mm-hmm.
And somewhere down the line, I don't know, magically, you go to a hospital and so a doctor tells you, hey, yo, you know these are not your kids, right?
Yeah, that's wild. I mean, for the doctor to come in. So if the doctor told me that after X amount of years my kids are born, would I want a test to prove that the doctor is saying what he's saying? Yeah, I would get a test. You know what I mean? Now if there'll have to be reason behind it for the doctors to say that. If I'm not seeing anything suspicious from my wife, and for someone to tell me these are not my kids, I mean, I wouldn't just go and take a test right away. But if if her behavior has changed, or I've seen her acting shady, or I'm saying things are like not seeming normal, I would get a test. But if I don't see any reason to get a test by her actions, I would just go with it. And man, those kids are mine until proven otherwise.
So you're saying that just getting the paternity test from the jump, be it with a wife or not, should not be mandatory. Is that a breach of contract, according to you?
Getting the paternity test from the jump?
Yeah. Do you feel like you betray your wife doing that?
Nah, that's not betrayal. I mean, if someone wanted to get it, I don't see it as betrayal. But I mean, the reason behind it, I don't know why someone want to do it from jump. But if you were to end up getting it, if the wife knows those are your kids, it shouldn't be no problem if someone wants to do that. I don't see anything wrong in it.
Okay. It is said that, just for informational purposes, Jamaica has the highest rate of paternity fraud cases in the world at 34.6%. Nigeria is right below that at 30%. That's your country, by the way. And then Canada, 2%, UK, 1.6%, France, 1.4%. Right? Just hold that thought, though. About Aziz, what you think?
Not problems that Aziz will ever have, because every girl Aziz deals with knows that she's not getting any better anywhere else. So she's only going to be on her best behavior anyway. So I don't know about these kind of problems that normal people have, because I'm just that guy. That's what that guy does.
I mean,
what is out there? Who are you sleeping with?
Bro, there's this Cameroon soccer player called Jeremy Jitap. He just found out his twins are not his.
So that's a different industry and a different universe, right? Because athletes and entertainers, they play by a different code. If you've ever been around them long enough, you know that anything goes with a lot of them. So he's probably doing him and she's probably doing her. And there's an understanding there that they never talk about. But the bigger picture is that if he really found a wife, he wouldn't have to worry about all these things anyway, right? I'm not going to marry a woman that's not a wife, right? And just because you're a woman, it doesn't make you a wife either. So, in understanding that, right, I understand that I'm going to pick right. And if I pick right, I have nothing to worry about. I sleep well at night.
Well spoken, coach. Pick your players right.
You're welcome, son. You're welcome, son. I knew you'd be a good one.
Nah, man, that shit should be mandatory on every hospital document. As soon as like they find out, oh, your lady's pregnant, she's about to give birth, it's like, who's the man? Who's the husband? All right, cool. Blood work. It comes with the baby. It's a full package. And like it just takes away all the issues, in my opinion. And then from right then and there, the man don't have to waste his time just waiting for the baby to be born. If the baby isn't, excuse me, if the baby is born and it's not his, then he's like, all right, I'm out of the hospital. Go figure out who's next. Then there's going to be a train of niggas just coming through the delivery room. But that's not my problem. I'm out the window. So I don't like stress. I like simplicity.
Okay. So you think it should be mandatory then?
Yes, for sure.
Without any repercussions, anybody feeling some type of way, whatever?
I mean, if you feel a certain way, then that's your problem.
Okay.
Like, why are you blaming me for just doing medical checkups? Like, before I get married to a woman, I'm gonna check blood work and see, like, are we compatible? Or do we have any genes that may, have whatever type of genetic disease that she may carry through her family? I want to do all those type of things, because I'm just pulling out babies with 3 arms. Like, come on, man. Nah, I don't know.
You gotta know that genotype, bro.
You gotta know it.
But don't you do that before you even get married?
That's what I'm saying. I said, even before we get married, I would like to know, like, all her medical blood work and all that. So I'm gonna have that paper with me. So while we're going inside, I'll say, bring that child here, prick, take it, sample it, put it inside container. Like, yeah.
Okay. All right, let me turn it over to the ladies. Therese, T. Asking your wife for DNA test should be a criminal offense. If you don't trust her, why marry her in the first place? What's your thoughts to that? Thoughts, rather.
I think it's a valid statement, right? If you don't trust this person, why are you married to them? But again, on the other hand, we have to face reality of things, right? I would feel a certain type of way if my husband all of a sudden is like, let's get a DNA test. But I think I would understand. I still will feel we probably will fight about it for like 6 months. But if I don't have any reason to worry about it, I'm just give you that DNA test, because you'd be the one who eats your words, right? Because you tried to come for some whatever reason, wanted a DNA test. I know I'm straight. Go ahead and take that DNA test. I'd wait for the apology bends. So, I mean, I would understand, because let's be honest, nobody knows the paternity of the child except the mother. So men have had reasons for some time now to doubt if they have fathered a child. That's understandable. But if we have to get to a point as husband and wife where you need DNA tests for every kid, we probably have bigger problems than just the paternity of our children.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So,
well, now let me ask you this. Let's say, for example, as where, most men or women, mostly women these days, bleach, caro, and all that.
Yeah.
Man meets woman and think, oh, she's light skinned, bad as hell, what have you. You get married, he's dark as hell, and then they both give birth to, this dark baby, black baby, you know what I mean? And he's looking like, at least let's have mixed, mixed or métis, small, some small something. So you try to tell me he doesn't have a right to go and say, yo, like, I don't feel like this is right. He doesn't have a right to doubt a little bit and then go get a paternity test to make sure.
No, he does.
What if she never told him that, she's a registered, Caro member?
Here's the thing, right? We have to understand that genetics is nobody's mate. Genetics is a very funny thing. I'll do you one solid. Both my parents are way darker than I am. My sister is damn near white.
Oh.
Yes, my dad had doubts at the hospital. Cause two black people. Who baby is this? Whose white baby is this? He did have his doubts at the beginning. But guess what? They didn't do a DNA test, but she has his whole face. So genes, both my parents are right-handed. My sister was left-handed. So there's nobody else in my family who's left-handed. So genes have a funny way of showing now if there's a cause for concern. That's understandable. Heck, I may even doubt if that's my baby. But I know my side of the family better than he knows my side, or he knows his side better than mine, right? Probably some great grandparent was white, and that gene has been dormant up until it mixes with my gene, something happens. So if you don't understand biology, a lot of things will confuse you.
Okay. Tutu, I beg, jump in here. Tell us what you think.
I mean, I agree with T, honestly, to the first statement that she was saying. I feel like the guy has a right to request for the paternity test, just in case you are married and then all of a sudden you bring concerns of, oh, whose baby is this? I feel like sometimes guys that they use things as an excuses to sit here and all of a sudden be like, this is the reason why. Like all of a sudden we're in a marriage and we're good, everything is good, and then bam, all of a sudden you want to do a paternity test. Why? 9 times out of 10, that nigga cheating. He's either doing something, so he's guilt tripping, or doing something, because why all of a sudden randomly you just want to sit here and do a paternity test? Like it's just, I don't know. It's either you're doing something, or I agree with what she was saying about the whole like you have a right to. I mean, it's understandable because like in reality, everybody just be doing their own thing out here. So you can't trust a guy, you can't trust a woman. So at the end of the day, everybody has. If, like I said, if you're together with this person and all of a sudden, I would feel some type of way. If my man was be like, can I get a paternity test? Huh? Paternity test for where? Why? All of a sudden, like, what exactly? But I mean, hey, to each his own. And when we do the paternity test and you find out then you're the father, then what? Now our relationship is about to be all types of fucked up because what? You ain't trust me. So like he said, that man should be waiting outside with a nice bow. And you know, all the extra, the flowers do all the extra shabam. But even that, it's like, I feel like it's going to cause like a issue. So, I don't know.
I
So
think
what?
to what T has said about biology, some guys, we're not too educated. So like how T said in her own family, you might see a light baby not knowing that this could have came from 3 generations back. He's just instantly thinking like, wait a minute, this can't be my child. So I think we got to see that approach as well. And then to the all of a sudden, you know, we talking about if it's like straight up, you know what I mean? We're not saying the kid is 3-5 years old and now we popping out the test. Like as soon as we see the baby come out and we're like, yo, that's not my baby. Let's get a test. I think the ladies should be lenient on that side for guys who are not educated with biology and just know that this is probably not my kid. So, you know.
Yeah, but Tayo, you have to understand that accusations like that, you cannot take them lightly. You can't just go around throwing things like that because the repercussions would destroy you and your family far better. It would only but cost a second to be curious and investigate. Whether you're educated about genes or not. A baby cannot be fresh. Do you know the stages that newborns change before they're even. You can't just have a baby fresh off and you look, oh no, that baby don't got my nose, DNA test. What?
True.
You know, like if there's that agreement that for every baby that comes, we have a DNA test, I'm cool with it. But you can't just out of the blue. And the first thing you think of is, I'm cheating on you. There are many possibilities. That baby could have been exchanged at the hospital. It happens. You know, genes, why is it that your most logical conclusion was that I cheated on you? Like I said, we have bigger problems if that's your first conclusion.
Cheating is what you guys brought in this mix. Nobody said anything about cheating here. Cheating is why you guys brought in this mix.
If the man is not the father, who else is it? You were sleeping around.
You just mentioned that the swap baby's in the hospital too, right? So that could also be a possibility. What if the man is like, yo, let's actually make sure that we live in the hospital with the baby that we both conceived, right? Why does it have to be a matter of cheating? Why does it have to be a matter of, why not just?
Because let's face it, men don't do DNA tests to make sure they are going home with the right baby. That's not why they do DNA tests. He wants to make sure that you were not creeping on him. That's why they do DNA tests. Forget every other reason that is a possibility. I've not seen a man who goes and say, oh, I want to make sure my baby was not exchanged at the hospital. No, that's never the reason. That's why I brought the cheating in.
Well, we've seen a rise of, like I mentioned, right, the paternity fraud thing, a rise of that. So with the rise in, the numbers are climbing and climbing and climbing. You guys still think that men should not ask for that?
I don't know.
Welcome, MCJB. Welcome, MCJB. We're talking about what was that question again? Hold on. Let me pose it directly. Asking your wife for DNA test should be a criminal offense. If you don't trust her, why marry her in the first place? That's the topic at hand.
Thank you, man. Thank you for that. I see we have a beautiful lady in the building tonight, man. Tutu, is that how you pronounce your name?
Yeah. Well, I said Tutu, but
is it Tutu or how you say it?
Tutu.
Oh wow. That means something different from Cameroon. Cameroonian pidgin, it means something. Cameroonian street pidgin, it means something different. Cameroonian street pidgin, it means something different. So I was just trying to make sure. The whole time when I saw your name, I've been thinking the whole time. Do I say Desmond Tutu or do I say Tutu? So I was like, you know what? Is your name?
Wow.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, girl.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah. So do you want me to jump in right away, or
so
everyone can go around?
We all jumped in right away, so it's all right. Yeah. Jumping right away.
So I always speak with statistics and facts. Jamaica is the largest country in the world when it comes to paternity fraud test, followed by Nigeria, number 2 in the world. So what does that say? It tells you that if we don't do DNA, then you might be housing someone else's siblings, just like what happened to Jeremy Gitap the other day. Married to a woman for 15 years now. Before he was married to her, he had a son or he had a daughter. When they got married, she said she was pregnant for him, and that influenced their marriage because he didn't want to give birth to bastards. So they got 2 more kids, a boy and a girl, twins. 12 years after, those kids are not his kids. So the woman was with him and she was sleeping with the ex-husband. She got pregnant for the ex-husband. So why did he do DNA after 12 years? Because of blood. We're just saying all these things because we're trying to maybe let it seem as a man is fighting with DNA. It is very legit for us to have DNA. If you're married, even if it's your baby mama or your wife or what, it's very, very okay. From biologically and also your well-being. It's good to know. Why do we see lots and lots of African Americans these days doing DNA? They want to know where they're coming from. The black man in America, African American, is the only man in the world who doesn't know where they're coming from without a DNA. If you go into Caucasians, they all know where they're coming from, the various countries, right? The only people who don't know where they're coming from are African Americans. Why? Because they don't do DNAs. And now they are resorting to doing DNAs. They are now knowing they're all from Africa. So when you bring the cheating aspect of it, I'm very, very okay doing a DNA with my wife because I want to know if this is my child. 5 years ago, there was a story in the UK where a couple went back home with a wrong child, exchanged in the hospital. And guess what? They had to switch those kids. One went to Scotland, the other one was in, I think was in Wales or something like that. They realized after 5 years that that was not my child. So DNAs are very good. If you've had a baby before, when you go to the hospital, they'll take your child and tell them we have to go do this and do this and do that. What if a nurse is living at 701, another nurse comes in and gives you the wrong child? And they switch your baby, how do you know? How do you know?
Baby, quick question for you.
Yes, bro.
I know you. How many kids you have?
I have two boys.
Two. How did you break the news to your wife that you needed a DNA test?
Oh, this is a coincidence. For the past two weeks, I've been telling my wife, I'll just mess around and tell her, hey, love, I think it's okay for us to have a DNA if the need comes around because of what happened to Jeremy and Gita. And I also want me and you to be sure that this is our child. It could be that the child was switched in the hospital. If that answers your question.
No, but at birth, did you question it and did you ask her to have a test done?
No, I never questioned my wife for any DNA, not because of fidelity, but mere reasons being that at this point in time, I see my genes in those kids, and I trust my wife. Okay, so that might take my sister back to the fact that if you ask for DNA it means you don't trust me. No, that's not the reason. That's not the reason. I don't look at that. I look like if you want to do it, go get it. From the statistics I've given you, it's okay for us to have DNAs. That's my take.
I really personally do not see a problem with it. You know what I mean? And it shouldn't be about whether somebody's cheating or whichever. It's just the mere fact that I want to be for certain that I'm in a house with my offspring. I don't want to wait for 14 years down the line, right, to find that out. And the next you know is the world will say, well, you've been taking care of them, so what's the issue now? Keep going. The fuck for? Why? Y'all understand it's not the kid's problem, but the mom too knew too, right? So what's the issue? It's not about breaking trust. It's not about cheating. It's not about any of that. It's just that certainty. It's the same way as man, woman wants to get married. And for those who do not know that blood type, which is very important for you to know, if you are a carrier of sickle cell or you have to trade, so you're not compatible with somebody, oh, you don't get married with somebody who has it too or who has the trade too as well, right? It's good for you to know that. Why wouldn't you want to know things like that? Why would you want to, find out all these things to make sure that you are straight? What's the issue there? But let's keep expanding on this. We talked about chin. We talked about what's the other one?
Baby switcheroony.
Yeah, that one. What else?
I mean, we went down the list though. We named a couple already. What do we said? Switcheroony, infidelity, certainty. You shaking your head, Lori. What you got? You got another option? I'm just trying to run through the list.
I think did you guys talk about the fact that those who want to come into the country as immigrants, you need to do DNA too? If your parents are out here and the kids are back in Cameroon, you want to bring your kids to the US, sometimes the embassy is going to ask you for DNA too.
Nah. Now you're doing too much.
Sorry?
I said now you're doing too much.
I didn't know that.
No. I'm just asking because I'm just saying so because you've had there are many stories out there where kids have gone to the embassy and they've been denied visa because of fake paternity test, and they have to go through adoption. How is that doing too much?
Gee.
No, I'm just saying. For those who have already made it through, let's say passé, don't be bringing people back.
No. You didn't get.
Okay.
I'm asking if you guys have talked about if you guys are looking into that because it's a major thing too. You would take 3 kids to the American embassy to bring them to the US, and they'll open the DNA results in front of you. They'll tell you one of them is the biological dad, 2 of them that's not their father.
Oh.
So the kids are heartbroken because the whole time they've been calling the man dad when he was not their daddy.
Hey, man, kiss them on the forehead and just hand it back.
Okay, wait. Okay.
Hey, you back now? You back now?
You can hear me?
Yeah, you good.
Okay. So, question. With that being said, say down the line, like this soccer player, the athlete in Cameroon, the Cameroon one. So, if he now found out that the kids were not his, so you just up and just leave the kids, or that bond that you now had with the kids, all of a sudden, it's just for nothing. Like, what happens after that? Granted, your wife fucked up, but what about the kids now?
Okay, I want to take this from the two perspective, from the law side of it. If you have a child in America and you have your signature on that child's birth certificate, automatically you're the daddy, right? So the only way you can stop being the dad is when you realize that it's fake paternity. And if you go through that route, you might be forced to still pay up to 18 years of child support when he turns 18, or he or she. They can stop from there. because legally you're the daddy. You're married to the woman, and you thought that was your child until the fake paternity test comes through. Okay. Now, on the other side of it, I did a wedding in Texas 2 years ago, and two dads were in the hall: the biological dad of the lady and the adopted daddy. Guess who was actually sitting on the throne and who had the first dance with the daughter? It was the adopted dad. So sometimes you being the father of to someone depends on that bond, that fear love. It's not just because of consanguinity. That's how we call it in law. Blood relationship is consanguinity. No blood relationship is affirmity. So you could have that blood relationship with someone and they are your biological kids. But now you have folks who are biological kids to people and they don't have that relationship, which is fear love. So it's known as affirmity. So I will look at it from two sides. If I love my son so much and I have this bond with him, but it's not my blood, first thing, I'm going to be heartbroken. If I'm 50 years old and I don't have a child, maybe I want to go have a child. So I'll try not to raise another child, and my love for the biological child or the non-biological child I've been raising the whole time is going to drop automatically. Blood is thicker than water, my sister. So that's how I look at it.
I don't know what y'all talking about. I'm out. Period. I'm not going. I'm not even gonna hold y'all, man. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm out.
What did you? Was it the law side of it that I didn't understand?
It's not about the law. It's not about the law or whichever. I could care less, man. You know what I'm saying? Just how I would feel. Like right now, that's how I. Like if I see stories like that, I'm like my skin literally boils.
Okay.
You know what I mean, it really boils, and yeah, I'm out.
Yeah. So you're out in the sense that that's not your child. You just leave the child, walk away.
No, well, so in that case, right? Like okay, let's say for example, the original pops is not around, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not around, and with the example you used to, I don't have kids of my own. You know what I mean? Of course, you know, if I've really built that rapport, that bond, it just can't be erased just like that. But that will also depend on the mother, because if she does not start to begin to understand that everything about her at this point in time just irks me and she got to go, but still I will take care of the kids. Cool. If she stands there and keep acting like, hey man, what's a mistake, yeah, that's when. Anyways, let somebody else take this question because
let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question before we go back to my sister's question.
Mhm.
Do you if you find your girlfriend cheating on you, would you ever take her back?
So what now?
If you find your girlfriend cheating on you, just cheating,
Mhm.
you find some nudes and stuff like that, you find her cheating on you, would you ever take her back?
Nah.
Okay, good. So you will not take a girlfriend who cheats, but then if you find a woman who has kids for you and you cheat on her, definitely they always take us back, right? Women will take us back when we cheat, most of them.
It's her problem. She has two choices to make.
This guy is not fair.
She has two choices to make, right? She can either stay or she can either go.
Okay.
It's her choice. Same as it's my choice. You know what I'm saying? Life is not fair. Boo hoo, cry me a river.
Why are men so hard when it comes to cheating? They don't take the women back. Why?
Bruh, let me tell you something.
All right, go ahead.
She's gone, my nigga. She's gone. It's not like us. It's different. That's my opinion.
Because it's emotional, supposedly
Facts.
for us women,
It's
where
emotional,
it's just
bro.
it's physically for men,
The man.
supposedly.
Correct. That's it right there, bro. She summarized it.
Aziz, take this one. Will you stay or will you go?
Nah, but she said supposedly though. I ain't like that.
He does not have those problems. And let's say hypothetically it was ever to happen. The only baller that could be finessed by women is a Cameroonian baller like that. There's no Nigerian baller I know that would be finessed like that ever. Hell no.
But we just said paternity.
You guys are second in paternity fraud.
Yeah,
it's
yeah. It's not a flex. That's not a flex. It's not a flex.
Nah, but on some real though, forget about hypotheticals or forget about the money that you have or whichever, right? If it's you, what would you do?
Oh, she gotta go, bro. There's no two ways about it. I'm not even one of those dudes that be playing those kind of games. So if I mess up to a point where I miss every red flag and you get all the way to the finish line and that happens, oh, you on the first train out.
Okay, but if vice versa now if y'all decided to go ahead and get somebody pregnant, Now, should we stay or should we go? And don't say, oh, that's the option. If you're this is the person that you said this is the person for you. Then what is it now? What's the answer?
You want us to answer for her? We can't answer for her.
If you decide, if you sit here and you're with somebody and you decide to go ahead and you now get, like, you have a child somewhere else, right? And you're with your girl. Now, how should your woman feel now all of a sudden?
She should feel the exact same way that I'm feeling.
Right.
You understand? Make up your mind, make your decision, and stand on business. But this is the thing, though. When you do stand on business, please, I beg of you, don't wake up tomorrow and fucking piss me off. Talking about, you remember when? Nah. Because 1, 2, then I'll make you go. Because I don't got time for that shit.
Just speaking in terms of hypotheticals, because I don't cheat, right? If there was if there was ever a scenario where that was to occur, the Benz would definitely be outside, and she's definitely gonna get whatever she wants for the next 6 months. So if that helps any, I'm gonna do my part to make sure that you stay around.
On the contrary to you, I've cheated my whole life until when I got married.
Oh.
Yeah. So I won't sit here and try to play like I've done that my whole life. I've been with multiple women. It's really fun when you cheat and when you're a good cheater.
Hey,
I don't want to put the Bible to this, because there are times in our lives where we do things. A black man is an open man. We always try to take the word of God and try to go against our tradition. It's only a black man on, bro. Let me just land. It's only a black man on earth. It's only a black man who doesn't have a place to go when it comes to worshiping their God. They either go to Israel or they go to Mecca, or they go to China to go. Those who practice whatever they practice. Those who are in the Church of Satan, they come to America. Where does a black man go to worship their God?
Hold on. Let's rewind, because you be going places. Let's go back.
I'm not going places.
You said
that's how I talk. Go ahead.
You said you cheated your whole life. That's where we were at. You cheated your whole life.
I'm just a contrary to you. Go ahead.
Okay. So, do you cheat in your marriage?
That's what I said. I know you're going to come. I heard you're going to come for that. Listen to me, bro. I said I cheated my whole life until when I got married.
Okay. So how do you do it their whole life and then stop all of a sudden?
Oh, because cheating is a game. Cheating, that's why people don't do it. Some people think you're cheating because you need to have money, or you need to do. Some people cheat because it's innate. It's in the bloodstreams. You cannot stop cheating. So no matter what you do, look at what is going on in Senegal. The president came on the floor with 2 wives. The incumbent president, the president to be 2 wives, and people are clapping. 2 wives. He's a Muslim. He can get married to 2 women. Yeah. Okay. So when I was cheating, I knew what I was doing. I won't sit here and tell you, do I miss cheating sometimes? Yes, I do. Because with one woman, you cannot run anywhere. You're there. You're in that marriage. But with cheating, the way you mess me up, I'm calling Grace. If Grace is not there, I'm calling Mercy. She's not there, I'll call Sharon. I have people to talk to, because my happiness is what matters.
Well, I'll have
the point. I'm not dying for no.
Don't call Sharon.
I'm not dying for no.
Don't call Sharon.
That is something else, brother.
Well, for good shit on the head.
Yeah, I've dated 3 girls. I've dated 3 ladies called Sharon. 3 different Sharons in my life.
But let's not act like there are no double standards to these things, right? Like, there are double standards that go, for women, and they enjoy it. They milk it. I mean, they milk it very well. So when our own double standards kick in, I don't want to hear pimp. Take it to the same
like what
you guys' own. I don't know, man.
Like
I'll come back. Let me think about it. I'll come back to it.
Okay. I don't think innately cheating is an innate thing either. I think it's a choice. I've never been a cheater. I'm never going to be a cheater. Right? I don't think it's a black man either.
Because you're an American, man. You're an American. You're not an African, man. You're an American. There is nothing about you that can make me miss Africa. When I talk to you, I'm not talking as an American. From your ideologies to the way that you carry yourself, from your diction, bro, you are an American man. When you look at Africa, this is far back as the 18th century. What happened? You had kings and queens. The richest man on earth has been a black man.
And why are you going
too far?
Why are you going too far? Why are you going too far? Let's not act like our parents, our grandparents, our great grandparents did not have.
Exactly.
You know
Exactly.
what I'm saying? They say that the apple does not fall too far from the tree. They say the apple does not fall too far from the tree.
Generational curse. I don't
It's
know.
not a generational curse. It's just you are the product of your environment.
Yeah.
You have to grow up. You have to grow up and be that adult to make decisions for yourself. You know what I mean? At some point, you grow up, and as a teacher, to go to school to learn this and that, you're also seeing the things that go on around you. And somehow, some way, these things just get engraved in you without you even asking for it. Now, for those who, Aziz, you know what I mean, who walk that fine line, good for you. But for the others,
Let them do
they
them.
have to keep walking that kind of line till they get it. You know
Let
what
them
I'm
do
saying? And that's just how some things gonna be, accepted or not.
And
That's
AK,
fair.
remember in Cameroon, you have the law, the judiciary system. One man is equal to multiple wives, no limitation. How
That's
can
a
you be
law in
married to
Cameroon?
one? That's a law, polygamy. That's a law. In Nigeria, you only have it in your customary law. You don't have it in your civil law or your church laws. In Cameroon, you do it. It's a law. You have the customary multiple wives, judiciary multiple wives. Okay, so when we're saying these things, it's not just because we want to sound different. The former president Jacob Zuma from South Africa, he had 10 wives. He had 10 wives. Jacob Zuma. So when we're speaking with facts, an African man, it's your culture to have multiple wives. And you cannot have multiple wives if you're not cheating. A mistress becomes a wife. That's how it goes.
So, as an
How it goes.
African man, for you and AK as African men, right? Are you planning on having multiple wives, or why don't you have multiple wives currently? Since it's innately who you are, what you stand for, and what you need and desire, right? Since your grandparents and ancestors did it, why aren't you having multiple wives?
Like JB has said multiple times on this platform, if he was in Cameroon, it would be different. If we're in Cameroon, the situations will be different. Guess what? We're in America, right? The rules are different. The laws are different.
Okay. So it's not by choice, it's kind of like by force.
Now, at some point, it becomes a choice because you two, you two, you're in the system, right? And there's something called stress. You know what I mean? And the stress here is different from the stress there. Sometimes the stress is understood, right? Even though it's there. But here, anyways, you know the powers women have in this country. I don't got to tell you that. I'll leave it at that.
Sure. For sure. And do you think that it's the most effective approach to have multiple wives in general, regardless of country? Has that worked out historically, especially for the women?
Well, before I wanted to believe that there were more women than men. Before I wanted to believe that, I don't know now, but being that case, for those who will not find that guy, and to find a guy in a marital home, what should they do, right? And if they accept it, if those two women accept each other and they work together, and the man can provide, right? The man can provide and still take care of the kids and everything. What is the problem?
Well, that's another point, right? Historically, it was done because it was out of necessity, right? So men that were providers had multiple wives because they could provide for multiple women, right? But in today's age, you see men that want to play games that have no money or resources, right? So not only are the women out of luck for dealing with them, right? These men don't have a pot to pee in themselves, and they position themselves and everybody that's relying on them to be everything that they shouldn't be and some, right? So why should a man that is undisciplined, right, be rewarded with the opportunity to marry multiple people at the expense of the people that are relying on him?
Because, man, in that domain of things, we the men, we got an upper hand there. I mean, it's rare to hear women say, "Oh, I'm gonna go have two husbands." In this society, I've never heard of it. Maybe some other society, someplace else is okay, but in this one, it's not.
AK,
Yo,
there is polyandry in Uganda. Royal Uganda is polyandry. One woman, multiple men.
see,
Yeah.
I think it's somewhere too. I think somewhere in Asia too, they practice that.
Yeah. There's polyandry. And when you go to talk about the Bantu people, you talk about the pygmies. That's what they practice too. That's a primitive man. And I will go back to telling you this as is. This life doesn't center about around America. There's so many people on earth who don't have money and they have relationships. So people don't need money to be in relationships again. One more time. And in Africa or Cameroon, precisely where I'm from, 20, 30 years ago, the riches of a man were his kids. Just so you know. It reaches of a man where his kids was nothing about money. Money is the 21st century commodity we use for transaction. Prior to
I see
that,
what you're saying.
people were using different things, and money has never stood anything. That's why a white man will come to Africa with a mirror and take 1,000 slaves. It wasn't money; it was ideology. So there's no way I'm letting go of my identity because I'm trying to succumb to a culture which is making me feel I'm inferior to them. I just ask you a question: where do you, as a black man, go worship a god? You go to Israel, or you go to Mecca, you go to Italy, or St. Peter's Square. That's where the churches are. You know the amount of Cameroonians leaving Cameroon every day for Nigeria to go meet pastors? Why? Because they're
Why do I
making
have
them. Sorry?
Oh, go ahead. Finish.
Yeah, because they are brainwashed. They are brainwashed. You, as a black man, if it's your culture in you, like a white man will tell you, let me stop saying white man as if not, don't look at it that way. Caucasian, some of them, it's okay for them to be divorced 5, 6 times. I don't know any Cameroonian who's been divorced more than 3 times. They tried first time, second time, third time doesn't go. They stay like that their whole life. It is a culture to get divorces. We're not used to divorces in Cameroon. You stay there.
Let me ask you a
Go
question.
ahead, bro.
Let me ask you a question real quick, and this goes to the ladies or the other gentlemen in the call. Let's say, for example, you're married. Hypothetically speaking, you're married, right? And you're having marital issues, and you realize that it's either bringing another woman into the home or accepting another woman to come to the home that will save your marriage. What would you do? Actually, let the ladies take this first, please.
Bringing another woman to save the marriage.
Yeah.
What exactly could the other woman do? What exactly is she going to do? Because I'm confused. Because if she's bringing if we're bringing her in to do what, if he's bringing her, because I ain't bringing her in at all, because ain't nobody coming in. So if that's the case, we just separate and go our own way. Simple. Because what exactly are you trying to? I'm confused.
Let's find out. Let's say, for example, you can't give birth to kids. Your husband doesn't want to let you go, but he said, "Let's bring another woman so we can have kids, and we'll be this big family." You still gonna leave?
So surrogacy don't work and adoption don't work again. We just have to go ahead and bring somebody in to have the baby for me. And I feel like that's a conversation that needs to be had before you get married. If that's something that okay, hey, this is what it is. I'm not able to carry kids. What are our options? People have surrogates. People have
How many
they
people
adopt.
actually do? How many people actually do know for a fact that they can't have kids going into marriage?
Well,
And how many people who actually know do say, "Hey, I can't bear kids"?
I mean, for us women, I think we kind of know from kind of young. Sometimes, if you do go to your doctor's appointment, and there's sometimes you go to your OB appointment and you find out that you're not able to from ahead of time. Now, there's sometimes where you do go and you don't find out until later on. Okay, like I said, before you guys decide to take that next step, sit down and have a conversation with that person. Hey, these are my goals. This is what I want in a marriage. This is what I want, moving forward. This and that. Take the necessary steps that you need to do. Hey, if you're not able to carry kids, what can I do? Let's take IVF treatment. Let's do things. If you decide that you don't want to go through that, then everybody go their own separate way. Simple. That's just that. Because I'm not going to sit here and compromise myself, or because you want to have kids and I'm not able to give you kids. I already told you, hey, this is the situation. I'm not able to do that. If you're not willing to go through these other options with me, then hey, I'm just not the person for you. That's just what it is. That's just how I see it, honestly. Because I'm not going to sit here and allow you to bring somebody in because I've already told you something that I'm not able to do. And we went through here are the options and it's still not working. So everybody's just going their own way. Simple.
And I'm business girl. I know that's right. See,
I mean, I agree with Tutu, right? Because if the problem is a kid, why are we bringing a grown woman? That's the wrong solution, if you ask me. And there's so many ways to have kids now that does not involve having another woman into the home. So that doesn't hold any weight to me. And if the solution is somebody else, really, if we come down to it, the solution is somebody else, you are better off just going with that person. Let that person be your happiness and your peace. Let me go and cry somewhere because that would never work out. Especially knowing that that person is coming to do something that the other person is unable to provide. That's a recipe for disaster, even for the man. So, yeah, just let me go.
Okay.
And just to piggyback, if the guy is not willing to, go through the options or seek everything, exhaust your options with that person that they're with, and they decide to be with that person that they bring in, then yeah, they just didn't care for you at all at the end of the day, because they didn't try. They're not trying at all. If that's somebody that you say you want to be with and you haven't exhausted all your options, but you so quick to run with the next bitch, all right, you got it. You could go. Don't worry about me. You ain't got to worry about me at all. That's fine.
Yeah, just like I could stick beside you if your swimmers don't work right.
Hello.
So you don't hear me suggesting to bring another person in.
Because it ain't that hard.
What's going on? What's going on with you? What's going on with you, ladies?
Let me say something very
Hey,
wild.
yo,
What
chill
do you
out.
mean?
She
Let me
said,
say
"Ain't
something
that
very wild.
hard?"
Let me say something very wild, right?
Hmm.
You mentioned that you don't see me bringing that to you. To be honest with you, to be really honest with you, let's say, for example, my swimmers don't work. I can really sit here and tell you that there's one of the many chances I'll be okay with you going and actually having a kid naturally versus adopting.
Okay, that's good. I wouldn't want it, to be honest with you. I would not want that option, even if my husband gave it to me.
Yeah, and then that's the point where you really got to go.
What? I gotta go because your swimmers don't work?
No, because
Nigga, what?
because you're not trying to play ball. Like I want kids, but I don't want to go adopt. You know what I'm saying? Like I want
No.
your
Oh
own
no, I
biological
meant
ones.
bringing.
Your
I mean going
biological
to
ones.
get. No, I meant going to get pregnant for somebody else.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, go go get it because
No,
that's
I
your
said if
biological.
that's the case, I know. But adoption, obviously, that would be the first.
No, not adoption. You got to go because now at this point in time you don't have to play ball.
Wait, I accept you with your low sperm count and infertility, and and I gotta go. Am I missing something?
To put it anyhow you want to put it, but
No,
yes,
I want to make sure I'm trying to understand what you're saying.
yes.
Hey, that man said
I-
you gotta go. That's what
I
he
gotta
said.
go because I don't want to go get pregnant for somebody else.
Yes.
Yep,
He said you gotta
Hey,
go.
that's what he said.
hello.
He said
I
when he
mean, then
said
I guess I'll go because
Yeah.
I mean, there's no point staying if somebody doesn't want you. I'm not staying where I'm not wanted, so I guess I'd go.
Confirm. MCJB, you're about to say.
I'm just saying so because my sisters are still young. They're still at this age. Not you per se, but a woman who gets to that age, and you're thinking like you still have time, you can play around. If you don't have some eggs stored in the hospital, my sister, I always talk about things that have happened to me. Okay, I don't talk about people's stories a lot. I've been married for 7 years now. We got married 2017, and everyone who knows my family knows this story. We were in the house for 3.5 years without a child. 3.5 years. And I kept on telling my wife every time, sister, you know something? We'll go adopt some Pekin. She says, no adoption. Okay, let's even get a surrogate mom. I don't want that. If it's not my child, I'm not doing it. Why? Because as an African woman, if you don't carry a child in your womb, that is not your child. As an African woman, precisely from Cameroon, if your child is not from your womb, either through the knife or through opening your legs at the hospital, that is not your child, no matter what we do. So fortunate enough, we're going to different hospitals, and they will tell us we were both fine. No one had a problem. So when you're telling me, Tutu, that you have to know your state, you have to know, sister, I have done weddings for couples like 6, 7 years ago. Still, they are still looking for a child. They are looking for that fruit of the womb. I had friends who came into me and told me, JB, you know what? You're getting older. Go get a child. So folks look at me and be like, oh, JB, you're having a child. You're getting very old. You had a child at that age. They don't know what I went through. You understand? So while you're in your 20s, you're trying to see if you can commit an abortion or dump your kids somewhere. Some woman somewhere is not sleeping at night because when you don't have a child, sex becomes an activity. When you don't have a child, sex becomes an activity that you need to constantly do it to get a child. So you can be sitting and
Oh,
thinking, oh, go ahead, sister.
okay, but so then how does the other woman come into play?
The other one is coming into play because this is what AK said. AK says you as a woman. That's why the late what's his name? Was it Kevin Samuel something, right? He kept on saying it. If you were trained as a woman to become a mom, you cannot be comfortable being at home with a man without a child. You can never be
Right.
comfortable. But if you don't care about it because your brainwashes in your American system, it's all about making the molar. You have $100,000 in your account, you have no one to eat the money. That's when you feel like you're okay with the man. Okay, you will always agree, oh, let's just get together and be with no kids. Once you get into that ripe old age, you regret. So bring another woman in, following what AK is saying is that if I realize that I cannot have you, my wife cannot bear kids, she doesn't have a womb, which means she doesn't even have any eggs that we can go do get a surrogate mom. She's completely barren. There's nothing coming out of it. It's okay to have another woman pregnant. He must not sleep with her. He can do coitus interruptus, or he can grab some semen out there in the hospital and do deposit in that woman, and you're gonna have a child.
Or I could do what again?
So that's surrogacy.
No, surrogacy is your egg plus his eggs to get a child.
So my husband should go ahead and just impregnate this woman.
He can go to any lab and get an egg from there which has been tested and get a child with. It's gonna be your baby. If you don't want to have an adopted child, he must not go and sleep with another woman.
Yeah,
I have a lady who approached me. A lady approached me one time. A very close family friend told me she wants a baby, and I told my wife. My wife said no. I said it's okay. I'll just give her this stuff. She go use it. She said no. What is wrong with that? Man, we're gonna burn this by 2100. There'll be no United States no more, man. Everyone is walking away.
Man, listen. I said this in a previous part. When I remember when Terrence was here, and I made the whole Abraham and Sarah analogy and all whatnot. When Sarah, could not give kids, and she said, "Is it Hagar? Heck, I don't know." But anyways,
Hagar.
yeah.
Hagar.
Yeah, to go and do this thing. What's the big issue there? People are looking at little things and thinking, this life, easy. So when it comes time to start solutioning things, please don't even make it more harder than it is. Yes, go away. If that's your own solution, no problem. Nobody's begging.
AK, where are Muslims? Where are Muslims from? AK, where are Muslims from? Muslims.
I don't know me.
Yes, from the Hagar you just mentioned, Ishmael.
I don't think
that's where Muslims came from. Go ahead, sister.
I don't think that you guys are actually of course you guys are men, so I don't think you guys are actually viewing it from a woman's perspective. A woman not even being able to carry a child is already taking a toll on her. So for the fact that if she's not able to carry a child, and then you're going ahead and saying, oh, well, if you're not able to do this and that, how do you think it's going to make her feel?
How do you think it makes me feel knowing that my swimmers don't work? What you talking about? What's the difference? So your emotions is bigger than my own?
No, it's not bigger than. But I'm saying there's options though. There's options rather than going ahead and just say, oh, let's bring somebody in.
Sister, give us the options. Sister, give us
options.
Sister, give us the options.
I literally just said you have surrogacy, you literally have adoption, you have IVF, you have different things that happen.
Okay, excuse me. Okay, let's go one-on-one. What is surrogacy?
When you get somebody to carry the child for you.
Thank you. So you as my woman, you are completely barren. Your womb is removed because of some reason. Fallopian tube is gone. Nothing. No ovary. Nothing. You have nothing. So how?
But that's not always the case, though. She can have complications.
That's what I'm saying. That okay, for instance, you're married to AK right now. Okay, you don't have no more eggs in you. Okay, how are you guys gonna have a surrogate mom to come help? So that's out of place. IVF is out of place. Adoption is the only reason at that time, the only thing that can help you, because you have nowhere you can bear fruit. You're like in the Bible, if you curse that tree will never bear fruit. That's what the Bible says, right? I don't remember that verse. You have been cursed. You can never have no kids, and it's not your fault. Maybe the kind of things you eat, genetics or whatsoever. You see, so you can bear fruit.
Or maybe you just had way too many abortions when you're younger.
It could still go. It could still go. And I'm not going to sit here and make it feel like the woman is responsible for abortions. No, most of us men will let ladies do abortions because we're not ready for them too. So it's not about a woman. Men also are responsible for abortions in the world.
Yeah.
And you have these lousy Republicans voting for women not to have abortions in America.
But it's their body, their choices too. Remember that.
That's why they should do abortions. So why are you stopping them from having abortions, even abortion pills?
So if your swimmers,
crazy.
if your swimmers don't work, and your wife knows you're the reason why you guys are not able to have kids, you're okay with your wife walking away. You won't think of her as, you won't look at her any differently. Like, oh, this woman didn't stand beside me. She didn't stick beside me because this situation happened.
Definitely. If she wants kids and she needs to do that for herself, by all means, auntie, please go ahead. Because at the end of the day, I cannot give you that. I cannot make you happy the way you need to be. So there's no reason for me to hold you back. If me holding you back, if me really knowing that that's what you want, I am a wicked person. I am just flat out wicked and selfish.
Okay.
Sister, in Cameroon, if you die as a man, some villages, if you die as a man, if AK is my brother and I pass on, AK is going to get married to my wife and continue having kids with her. Yes.
Well,
yes. I'm not going to. That's what I'm saying. That's what I keep saying. This thing.
Grandmother, bro. Let's not go far. My grandmother.
I was talking about you indirectly.
Yeah, my grandmother. What are we talking about? Her first husband passed. She had, I think, 4. Then the little brother took over and had 4 more.
There you go.
And they still not living. Like, nothing ever happened.
Is that what all y'all looking like?
It's very, very. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? It's very, it's very, very okay. It's very, bro. It's no one is catching feelings, so there's no reason for us to chill out. It's just one of those things where Cameroonians, I want us to come into my country. We are so brainwashed, so brain. These are things that were happening in the 1950s, 1960s. It's not that far away. It's not that far away. Just go and look at your lineage. Your great grandfather, bet he had at least 3 or 4 wives.
MCJ.
I mean, I believe that happens in Africa, because same thing. I believe that happens in Sierra Leone. I've known that to happen in Sierra Leone, but we're now in America.
MCJ.
So that African
bloodline got to continue, man, one way or the other.
What do you mean when you say we're not in America? What does that got to do?
That I feel like when it comes to some African mentalities, yeah, no.
What is an African mentality?
We need to like kind of be able to separate the two.
What is an African mentality? That you're doing the things that you've been doing because you're supposed to. You were forced with a gun in your head to read a white man's Bible, and that's an African mentality. That you were taken to a new land, promised to get back to your origin, when you were prospering in what you were doing. Egypt being the most advanced nation on earth back in those days, and now we are begging from the white man with all our minerals. That's an African mentality.
So if you God forbid, one of your family members or your brothers or whoever, if he was to pass on, God forbid, you would carry on next?
Why do you have to make such? Why do you have to? Let's follow. Let's
keep it a bug. Let's keep it real. You just said this is exactly what I'm saying. The African mentality. Why are we bringing the African mentality to America? So now, God forbid, we don't want that to ever happen. But I'm just saying.
Go ahead.
Are we going to complete that? Are you going to go ahead and complete the journey, the mission?
That's why I want to tell you, my sister. There's no reason for you to say if somebody passes on, God forbid. All of us will be gone. The next 60 years, though, none of us will be alive on earth. We'll all be gone. So it's very, very possible for all of us are going to die. It's not like God forbid. I was trying to say that you're making a very legit statement. Now, if any of my brothers should go having a wife, first things first, I have never been attracted to any of them, and we don't have that religion in our culture, in our family. We don't have it. But I'm telling you that most people have it. Most villages do it. Where we come from, you cannot take your brother's wife. You will call her your wife, but you can never sleep with her.
Mm-hmm.
So all my brother's wives are my wives, but I cannot sleep with any of them.
Mm-hmm.
That's my culture. But other villages, they do that.
Mm-hmm.
They will sleep with them. That's why in Nigeria, a man is married to a man. A woman is married to a man. The man cannot have kids. She's been trying. She goes and she takes his semen and go try everything in the hospital. The man is barren. He doesn't tell her. He sleeps with the brother or the friend because he wants the husband to be happy.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they do. Mm-hmm. So we keep saying these things. African Americans, we're the ones suffering, man.
My friend, don't speak on Nigeria. Don't speak on Nigeria. We don't know what you are saying there.
I know
I
your
don't
country
know
more than you,
anyone
man.
else that.
I know your country more than you,
I'll
man.
speak on Nigeria.
Yeesh.
I know your country more than you, bro.
Here's the thing,
Probably
right?
do actually.
Right now, it's easy to say, "Oh, I'm gonna walk away," or "I'm gonna do this," or "I'm gonna do that." Until you're presented with that, or that's your reality, then she start hitting the fan, and you realize that, yo, you know what? As they say that the grass is not really green on the other side, it is really not green on the other side. You can go and then become that what you gonna call it? Not the 40-year-old virgin, but the 80-year-old single person, and maybe some women will be okay with that, some men will be okay with that. But then again, you will deprive yourself of something good just because of your pride, your ego. Why?
Honestly,
Because we cannot have everything in life.
Okay.
At the end of the day, whether you're 80 and made all the choices, there's something that you would not have had.
Yeah, you can.
I don't care how much money you got, how much life you've lived. And so at the end of the day, we all would just have to live with the decisions that we've made. Right. And you hope that whatever decision you've made is something you can live without. Because that's what it comes down to. I've had people who have kids and have regretted and said I would have rather been childless. So all of these really don't matter. At the end of the day,
That's a sad person.
it is. And they would have probably been much happier without children. But at the end of the day, children, they're an heritage, they are joy, they are all that. But, to me, is I can live without.
Honestly, all jokes aside, though, if I was I'm never going to be in a situation, by the way, for sake of conversation, right? If it was ever a situation where my wife couldn't produce for whatever reason, I would still be there, and I would be okay with us adopting or taking other measures, right? If God is God, right, and I trust God to be God, right, then there's nothing God cannot do, right? So if He's telling me that He's not doing something, there's probably a reason for it, and it's probably a bigger reason than I can see at the moment. So I'm not going to go out of my way to defile the marriage bed, right? Just because I'm so selfish. And that's really what I'm hearing, right? I hear a lot of people want what they want at the expense of the other person and vice versa, right? But marriage is supposed to be a selfless thing. You're supposed to be able to die for your wife, and that means die to your desires and what you wanted to, right? And sometimes things happen in life where you're not going to get what you want, and it's not going to play out the way you want to. But if you are the husband to your wife and she is the wife to her husband, then there's things that are going to happen, and you guys will be okay because of the covenant that you made.
Hypothetically speaking, that she's truthful to you and you're truthful to her from the jump. Let me use
for sure.
This is there.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. I'm not gonna marry a woman that's not honest, right? I don't know how people get married to people they don't trust, right? I don't know how people get married to people that they think might cheat. I don't know how people get married to people that they don't have conversations with, like Tutu was saying earlier, where let's do these tests up front so we can make a decision, an informed decision. Where's the intentionality of any of this stuff, right? So people are just shacking up or getting married and deciding, well, I'm turning so-and-so age, let's get married. Where's the wisdom in any of that?
You also got to look at society. You also got to look at societal pressures.
That is true. But what pressure is society giving you if you have the peace of the Lord?
Your pastor just got a divorce. Pastor Chris Yakilome, a priest.
I don't even know who that guy is. That's not my
I'm
pastor.
telling you now, he's based in South Africa. He's a man of God. He got a divorce. That's a man of God, married for how many years? He got a divorce. That's a man of God. Why do you get a divorce as a man of God?
That is a self-proclaimed man of God.
Pastor Chris Yakilome.
I don't know that guy, and I don't know anything about.
You can't name 4 pastors in Nigeria without calling Pastor Chris. You can't name 4 GOs in Nigeria without calling Pastor Chris. You cannot.
Why did he get divorced?
He's the one Rhapsody of Reality. He's the one with the Rhapsody of Reality. He got the divorce. The wife left him. As a man of God. So I'm not yet to. The wife left.
Why'd she leave?
Well, I don't know much about it. I just know he left. She left.
So how are you gonna make these kind of statements and not even have the information behind it?
I think there was a scandal about him cheating.
I'm just telling you, your man of God left.
Pastor
the wife
cheated?
left.
There were rumors.
What kind of question is that?
She said the pastor cheated.
Yeah, there were rumors he was having relationship with some people in church or something like that.
So do men of God have have relationships with other church
Who is
members?
the man of God? Who is the man of God?
Yes,
The guy
is
that
he not
changes
human?
names. The men of God.
Just keep
The
it
men
right.
of God have relationships with other women in church.
Yes.
Oh, so you don't
I
know
don't
that?
know why you're surprised. He's
Oh,
he's
guys.
human.
He's human. That's again. That's not my. That's not my.
He's human, but he's not humane.
I'm
Those
not
different
saying that it makes it okay. I'm just saying that it's not above him. He's not an angel. He got
Exactly. See, I'm with you.
blood and
See, I'm with
fluids
you.
running in his vein. So it's not my place to judge. Let me focus on what concerns me.
I
Exactly.
have no respect for a man that claims he's a man of God, that has been positioned to shepherd others, that is fooling around the church at the expense of the salvation of other people.
Who put him in that
I've
position?
never-
Who put him in that
I
position?
did. Aziz did it. I'll tell you that.
This man.
The only
But
reason
see,
why I did.
Aziz,
Go
I
ahead,
like.
see.
I don't want to say this, and everything. Like, this doesn't nullify everything you say, right? But I like how you live in this bubble. I would be intentional. I would pick right. I would do this. I would do
I
that.
do.
How are you
I do.
ending up with somebody who this? I think you are forgetting the fact that humans will are forever human. Do you understand? Somebody can tell you and put up and do all the right things and switch up on you later on. Very easy. And sometimes, yes, it's because you did not do due diligence. And other times it's because they played in your face. That happens a lot of times. So you can be intentional and you can be all the as you want, check for all the green flags, and somebody switches up on you.
Yes, those things happen, but that doesn't have to be my story. Nor will it be my story, right? My faith is way different from most people's, right? My levels of success are way different from most people's too because of that. So a lot of people choose to see one side of the fence, right? I choose to see the other side of the fence. Whatever you choose to see will eventually become your reality, right? But my father told me that his promises never return void. And that's the way of life that I live.
True.
That man got the 10 commandments down for
That is
that.
why. That is why my kids are not getting baptized until they know who God is. I'm not giving no 3-year-old, 2-year-old child a baptism. They're not getting that.
Ain't nothing wrong in that.
I'm not doing that. You got to know. And my child tomorrow, if he wants to be a doctor, that is his goal. Look at me sitting here today. I was told I was going to be a doctor. I'm now an MC.
You switched up the letters.
They will take you and put things in your head. That's why I'm not going to do the same thing I did to my kids. Okay, if I have a friend, you call me and tell me you're fighting with your husband or whosoever, I am never telling you to walk away from your lives. I'm telling you to do what makes you happy.
Yeah.
Because everyone now is a motivational speaker.
I'm telling you.
I have friends in school who cannot even, they don't even know Genesis. They can't even give you 5 letters or 5 quotations from Genesis. But today those guys are having churches on earth. They have churches. When I will tell them Proverbs 22 verse 6, they'll say, brother, talk about here. You know, say man of God, I don't get time to read the whole Bible. I get all that's the difference. Man of God, you don't get time to read Bible. Come on, man. I like the way you live your life, but I used to be like that until a girl dealt with me one time, so I switched. I'm praying for your own to come to your life. I'm praying for your own to come.
My guy, I clap.
See,
I'm praying for your own to come.
Hey, hold on. Speaking of which, we've been on that topic for so long. Let me ask you guys this. Let's laugh a little bit. What is the most unintelligent lie you or a partner has ever told you in a relationship? But Lord, you and Ty have been very quiet. I beg you guys start.
Because I don't tell lies unintelligently. So I don't know why you would come ask me that question. I'm too smart, bro. But damn, that's a good one, man. I have to think about it. You know, your boy's been single for so long, man. Relationship, situationship. Let me add situationship inside there too, since those options were.
Yeah, relationship, situationship, ship. Even the ship that hit that destiny.
Intelligent lie. Oh, I lied about where I was, even if we were sharing location. I was like, dumbass. I was like,
Wait, come again?
I said I lied about my where I was after we were sharing location.
Why were you first of all sharing location?
Hold on. This is when Snapchat just came out. They can see your location on Snapchat. I did not know. I was still mumu, not knowing how to cut it off. So the Apple phone was already cut off. I said, hey, let my guy, let's go out. Let's go on, Just I wasn't cheating, but it was just like I just know the worrisome person that they were. That they're gonna be like, oh my God, he's probably on that. Oh my God. The world of imagination can kill people. So I think that's probably the dumbest I got.
Okay. Tayo.
I'll probably say having my
You know,
girl
probably say,
like
you would say.
I would say like my girl was like we were in a hotel, she's like in the main room, I'm in the bathroom, and me not knowing that how loud I am, I was in the bathroom rapping to my ex, and she could clearly hear the conversation, and she asked me who I was talking to, and I said that I was talking to my friend. And by the time I got out the bathroom, she was gone. I couldn't find her for like an hour until she picked up, and I'm just like, bruh, that was stupid. Like, really? Like, you're gonna say that? I mean, it didn't hit me until she left, and then I knew that, yeah, I kind of messed up. That I shouldn't have been having that conversation.
I thought you was
So,
gonna say that. I thought you was gonna say that you were in there masturbating and then you mistakenly hit the button and it projected on the screen in the living room.
was casting porn.
nah, not that, man. That's not my team, man.
Honestly, Tyro, I think she probably just held on to one of your locks and she could hear the entire conversation because your voice is just when you have bass like that, you cannot hide it. I'm one of them.
This is before the lock days, man. This is way before that.
Oh
The
damn!
lie. It's a lie. Tayo was way too passionate about his conversation. Guy forgot he was.
Bruh, it was deep, man. Like 30 minutes. I'm just like, dog.
Damn,
30 minutes? Ah, hell
At that point, you cheated, bro.
30 minutes?
You cheated.
And you
I mean, hey,
would walk out too.
you sitting on the toilet having a convo. Is like time flies by. It's like, I don't know.
Hey,
You
this
was
guy
on the
was
toilet. You was boo loving. That's what you
this
was.
guy Tyro.
One thing led to another. The toilet paper wasn't coming out.
Hey, yeah. Hey, Tyro was sitting in the tub with his legs up in the air and shit, playing with the toilet paper, running around with the water.
Oh, hell no.
That's nuts.
It was
Hey,
wild.
T, what's your own?
Lord, I'm sitting here trying to think.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I don't know if it's unintelligent. I couldn't come up with anything. Can I just say maybe a
It could
lie?
be something that they told you. A lie
Oh,
that
shoot.
not necessarily you telling the lie, but something that somebody else told you too.
I mean, I was gonna say if I lie, you would be like, "Did you call me?" Yes. That's easy.
Well, as long as you scream my name like you did last episode, I'll believe you.
No.
Yeah, wild. First of all,
But
yeah, wild in those comments, man. Yeah, wild in those comments.
Hey,
I think it wasn't someone I was dating per se, but it was this dude who was trying to, chat to me. So we met up, and I think his friend was there too. So it looks like his friend saw me and liked me. Then dude now was upset about it. So the next time we met, and I was like, "Oh, how is so and so?" I was just trying to be polite. And he told me that the guy's gone to Afghanistan for war. I was like, "Oh, he's in the army?" He said, "Yes." I bumped into the guy the very next day. And I was like, "Aren't you supposed to be in Afghanistan?" He's like, "What?" I was like, "Aren't you in the army?" He's like, "What?" "No, I'm not in the army." I was like, "Wow, your master just sent you to the war front."
I mean, because they were fighting for you at that point.
Hey, man, listen, they're in the trenches, bro. What you mean?
They were
So
fighting for you.
I was like, should I ask him? So I did end up asking him, and I was like, "Oh, I bumped into, your man's," and he was like, "Oh, where?" I was like, "Didn't you say he was?" I was like, "I bumped into him. Didn't you say he was in Afghanistan?" No, see, what happened was I said that he just joined the army and he might be going for deployment. I was like, I clearly heard Afghanistan. I just looked at him. I just lost respect for him right there. But
So you went with the other guy?
no, I didn't go with any of them.
Oh damn! See, they should have tag team properly. You got to come in and work on the blueprint first.
I mean,
Never.
shit,
Tell him,
I don't
Lord.
know.
Tell him. Tutu, what's your own?
I'm thinking. I don't know. I honestly don't. I don't know.
Girl, I know you have something. You could have probably told that man that was your real hair, and the next thing you know,
All right now. No,
okay. I mean,
I
it's
gotta
just that
think.
simple.
Come, I mean, I don't know what he said. Maybe like you lie about me nutting or something. Like I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me
because
too. I lied about none too. Like, what's
I've done that.
that's a genetic one. So you try
I
to tell
don't
me that
know.
no guy's ever said some shit to you, and you sat there and be like, "Who this person think I am? Boo the fool or cat the fool?"
Oh. Actually, I had a conversation with somebody the other day. Uh. One of my exes. We went to like a housewarming, one of our mutual friends' housewarming, and we were out, and we were walking. He was like walking me to the car, I guess. But then there was also these other girls as well too. And he left me to go walk the other girl to the car or something like that. I don't know. And so then I was like, okay, like you don't have to lie. We're not together. You don't gotta lie. Like if you trying to talk to homegirl, just say you trying to talk to homegirl. But there's no need for you to sit there. So he walked us to the car, and that was that. Left me, and I just went home. Got in my car, whatever. Cool. We had a conversation. I was like, okay, that girl that she was talking to, she's cute. Like, was you trying to talk to her? What? Nah. That's one of we got a mutual friend. We have a mutual friend, and I was just trying to make sure she got home safely. And I said, okay. Come to find out that same night they fucked, and I was like, okay, well, you didn't have to lie for all this. So now to that day, because of that, because what he did, I call him crossing guard. Because if you want to be a go ahead and be and walk these pedestrians to their car and these stray animals now, that's fine. You could be a crossing guard. That's fine. By all means, go ahead. But there's no need for you to sit there and be lying. You just want to be a safety guard. You know those safety guards that be walking kids to school and stuff like that? Yeah. So ever since that, every time I see him now, his name is crossing guard. Like, cause why? Why lie?
Yo, crossing guard. Hey yo.
That's wild, bro. Crossing guard.
That's my wild. Man, should we even go to you? But Aziz, tell us y'all.
Aziz don't lie. Y'all should know this by now. He don't lie.
No, but
As a man of God,
not to
as
him.
a man of God,
Probably
as a
somebody
man
probably
of
to you,
clocks,
man.
as a man of women. But that is a hard question to answer, though. But all things considered, I think that you know how those instances happen where something bothers you, but in the moment you really don't want to address it, so you say it doesn't bother you, and you be like, "You're okay." But down the line, it really does become a problem for you. But in order to keep the peace, you just don't address it. To me, I think that's an unintelligent lie, right? And I can do that from time to time for sure. And what ends up happening is that because it bothered me, I have to bring it up, and it might not be the best time. So I guess if that counts, that would be unintelligent lying for me, right? Where I go out of my way to avoid conflict, but then increase conflict down the line.
Is that the case with most things though? When you're
I don't like you, just so you know. I don't like you, man. I don't. If I have a show, if
It
for
goes
some
the subtle
reason,
route.
if for some reason they tell me, if for some reason they tell me to bring like three guests, let's host a podcast, you're never going to be one of them. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what you're trying to do. Why do you always try to make me feel so evil? And you were this righteous guy kept in a temple somewhere, so you come worship Aziz. You never do anything. You never do anything. The only thing you do is make money.
I live a simple life.
He said that's why you got two shoulders, bro.
I don't like this guy.
One
Man.
red, one white.
Exactly.
I don't like this guy, man.
But what's yours?
What's yours?
Oh, a lot. I'm just gonna put
I
lies
knew
on
he
the
was going to say that.
a lot. So lies. When you how do
pull
you
out
date? How do you date
He got a
multiple ladies?
catalog.
How do you date multiple ladies when you don't tell lies? That's not gonna work. You have to tell lies. You're gonna call Mercy Grace one time. You have to change the name, right?
How do you keep up with your lies? Like, do you keep up with the lies though? Like, do you know,
Smart.
like, I told Sharon this lie, then
Now
I
that
told
you
Mercy
said
this
that, I
lie.
remember my own. Let me say my own before I forget, please.
Go ahead, bro. Go for
Just
it.
make sure that. Hey,
Go for it.
damn. Okay. Story time. This one time, right? This one time. There was this one girl, that I was messing with, but then I was in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Um, I had a little bit of alcohol to drink, and instead of saying, and I'm just using names here, these are not the real characters. You know what I'm saying? Instead of saying Lucy, who was my girl at the time, I still went and said Samantha. And when they asked me who is Samantha, I said, well, for some reason, I just thought about one of my cousins that, was diagnosed with cancer. And I don't know why right now, but I just felt really bad. So it just came to mind. Then I stood again, I thought to myself, I was like, cancer don't really burn. Like, the fuck is having sex to cure cancer? Anyways, that's my one. MCJ, back to you.
Yeah, but this is like I was saying. I met this girl one time, and it was like, oh,
Sorry.
you're lucky. You're lucky. I'm married. I should have been coming in your dream. I should have been coming in your dream tonight. You surely dream about this black face and have a wonderful nightmare.
Oh, you have left my car alone now. You have gone to Tutu.
I don't want to. I never left my car because you've always been my number one.
I mean, did he tell you his past?
T has always been there for me. So there's no way I left. There's no way I left my car.
Alone. I keep telling you that.
If you see me right now, look at where my hand is. My hand is on my heart because of you, T.
I would send that thumb to like my own too. Keep putting a hand there. I'm talking about T.
The only time you can talk is when you're trying to confront your older brother. I will take you to Cameroon and whip you and bring you back.
That's a free trip, cuz. Take me.
Okay, so this one time, I was talking to this lady, and I went to the house, and we had this girl was wonderful, man. She would write me wonderful love letters. She would teach me how to do. Oh, this was amazing. And she was like 5 or 7 years younger than me. So it was she knew so many stuff, and she used to tell me, the day we start having sex, can we please try anal? I was like, wait a minute, is that even a thing? Yeah, back to the story. She was teaching me so many different things, man. It was amazing. Like she was far beyond. Like sometimes I sit and I'd be like, I really went through that. So I went to the house and I was living because they were super rich. Woo, they were rich. That time I was in university, still struggling with all those multiple girls, and you need to constantly be broke because you got to take care of your girls, their needs, right? So you never have any money. So I went to the house one time, I never had money. She came to me and said, "Take this is 2K, this is 2,000, like $4. Take these and pay your taxi and go back." I'm like, nah, I'm good. I got this. I got money and I'm gonna take a taxi when I walk to the road. Guess what? I left the house after I'd eaten a very good meal and I was walking away. This girl was driving off with his sister in their car. I was there walking in the dust, going home. And they would not even drive by, She actually pulled over. "Hey, JB, do you want to ride?" I was like, no, I'm just going right here. I'm just going right here. They went to the store, got what they were getting, and they came back. I was still walking on foot to my destination. That was amazing, man. Next day, she came to my house. She gave me 20,000 francs CFA, about $40. She told me, "My sister says I should give this to you for transport." Yeah.
Damn. That boy.
And one of my friend came and took that girl and gave that girl to the brother. The brother got married to that girl and they divorced after 2 years. Now she's single with 3 kids.
Damn, why'd you have to end the story like that, bro?
What's the moral story?
Why'd you have to end it like that? You could have stopped that.
Nah, because he did not want to end a bad note on himself.
Thank you.
He had to throw somebody else under the bus.
Yeah.
Man, one time, this girl gave me a gift, and I didn't have money, so I took the gift and gave my girlfriend that.
Excuse me?
So I go to class, and I get a tap on my back, yo, with a picture like, "Isn't that the gift I gave you? Why should go?"
Oh, you didn't go to boarding school? That's very normal. Boarding school, I had two friends. One now is in Nigeria, one is in Germany. They know who I'm talking about. One of them was interested in a lady who was right now in the US. So he would take cookies from his trunk and give to the other guy. Hey, go give this girl and tell her I like her. This guy would take the cookies and go and talk to the girl. He go be like, well, okay, you good. I don't want it, but take it back. So he will give cookies to that guy. The guy will go talk to the lady and bring it back to his trunk. So he comes to his friend's trunk. Every single thing he has ever given to that girl is back in his friend's trunk. So the lady was jilting the guy. But while she was saying no, everything that he ever gave to that friend to go give to that lady, they give it back to the guy.
Now that's a good
Well,
friend right there, bro. That guy was just creating a savings account for him.
thank you. Thank you. Thank
Down
you.
the line, you guys
Yeah.
will come back and talk about the story, what happened, and you guys will be eating all those cookies. Get out of here, man.
Wonderful
Okay.
story, man.
Another interesting question for you guys. Let me see. Aziz, this goes to you first.
No way.
Guys, no. Okay, yeah, no way. Okay, let me just ask the question and see, who will take this first. All right, guys, can you physically tell if a girl just had sex recently with another guy? And ladies, can you tell if a man just had sex with a woman? Matter of fact, ladies, take this first. Tutu, you go first, please.
Actually, I don't know, because I would say, he could have a low sex drive. He could probably take forever to nut, but we don't know. Like, he could be stressed. He could be going through something. You know what I'm saying? So I really wouldn't know. But I don't know. I don't think I would know. I would just hope that he not having sex with somebody and then come and have sex with me. I would just hope. I don't know. Unless he gives key clues, like, oh, he coming smelling like another girl or something like that. But then
Along
I
those
don't think
lines.
I can.
Just
Huh?
along those lines, right? Just along those lines. Let's say, for example, your boyfriend, the guy you're about to have sex with, for example, he just had sex someplace else, and he comes to you, and you go down on him. Can you tell that? Can you smell? Can you tell? Can you taste that he just came from someplace else?
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
can you tell?
Yeah, if he has a hickey, that's physical, right?
Girl, I ain't
Sis,
pulling up with no hookie. I'm dark
That's
as
so
fuck.
obvious. Come on.
sis, please give him a hickey so I will know. If he has hickeys and scratches.
You cannot hold me on hickey because
Never.
I'll be pinching my
Because
own
what?
neck
Who
like
gave
this.
you a hickey? Your
See,
co-worker.
I'll be pinching my neck like this on my way home. Just
So you
pinch it.
gonna pinch multiple places.
Listen, pinch onto your mankanda. What do you mean?
Hey, baby, we went on a camp retreat today. Mosquitoes, those mosquitoes.
Mosquitoes bite you like that with teeth marks. You dey
People
play.
don't have to have teeth marks.
If you do
Blood
it
is actually
right.
sweet. So
Huh?
Yeah, I mean, apart from that, there's no way he could have showered before coming.
Nah, he would definitely shower after coming.
Yeah.
Lord, can you tell?
No, after?
No, it was a wordplay.
It was a wordplay.
Sorry.
Could I tell? I mean, I don't know, man. It's tough because I've suspected it suspected it numerous times in the past with different.
How did you? Did you go down to her and then taste it?
Yeah, and I went straight back to the penthouse. I went to the basement and then I went back to I was like, yo, you want to shower first? And she's like, yeah, actually, I probably should, right? I'm like, yeah, sure, go.
It was a smell or something?
You still did it.
Yeah, after she showered, it was gone. So I think it was just something, like if she had a long day,
Of course he's gonna. Nah, sex smells different than a long day. Trust me.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I don't think it was that, but I was just like, I'm not gonna put my head there. But one time, this girl tried to pull up on my face, and it smelled like bleach. And I think everyone knows what that smells like on a shorty when she swallows soldiers.
Bleach.
Okay. I guess y'all don't really know.
I'm back.
I'm
Come
trying to
and
imagine what
spoil
you
me.
You never.
What she used Clorox wipes or something?
I don't know, but it was just odd, and I'm like, yeah, nah, I'm not kissing you. I'm sorry. It was too sus. It was too sus. It was too suspicious.
Chef, see why you smiling like this has happened to you before? Please come here. Tell us the story.
I'm just listening. I can't really say. I mean, I could probably think of a previous partner just knowing how active they were, like looking at it back now. But the times that we linked up, if it was a situation where like they weren't ready and we planned it, then I would have probably thought that. But I mean, they was always ready when I was ready, so I never could really tell because I got mine off.
That boy said, "I got mine off." You could.
That's right.
So I mean, hey, so far as you don't deny me, I'm not thinking about nothing. But you deny me, and I came all the way here. We got some problems. What's going on?
I think he's trying to hide from this question.
How
much
you know the answer? You know the answer. Automatic.
Have any like I think it's for the fellas. Have any of y'all ever like gone numerous rounds, and then still went back down to eat, and she didn't like clean after? Like,
ask your question again.
I said, have you guys like gone numerous rounds with a girl, and then you nut, and then I just later go another round, and she actually like to eat her out?
To that question.
You're talking about truffle butter? Is that what you're talking about?
I don't understand.
I'm confused.
It's a question because some people don't think about
Isn't that what happens?
Is she so after she nuts, is she supposed to like go clean herself up and then you eat, or?
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Sanitation Prefect. Sorry.
I thought you clean up after you're done with the whole entire session.
Right.
Y'all tripping.
You talking about you nut, or you talking about the girl nuts and you go back down?
Yo, it don't matter who. It doesn't.
So you never went down and it happened to you while you went down? Like, isn't that the same thing?
No. I mean, yeah, and I come up and I do my job. And after that, she gotta go clean. I'm not going back down there after you're done. And after
but you already have those fluids in your system.
After I'm done.
That boy.
Do you kiss? So if a girl's giving you head, she now nut or you nut in her mouth or whatever, do you kiss her? Jesus.
Lord, I stand with you, man. Sanitation I stand with you. You're not by yourself. When it comes to sanitation, that's not going down.
My mouth, I work too hard on these lips first and foremost.
Yeah.
And thank you, bro. I'm not taking any chances. I've never been to the dentist.
Then your mouth should not be where it's supposed to be if you really care about your mouth.
First of all,
I'm gonna tell you that.
Yeah,
don't come and sit here claiming I do this. Your mouth is already where it's not supposed to be.
If I haven't failed, but I haven't failed, so I'm doing a good job at what I do.
But he has a right. He has a right to deny that, because I know what he's saying when it comes to sexual ecstasy and all these escapades and whatsoever. Some folks will not take some certain things. You understand? That there are folks who will not even give a woman head. So what he's saying, I believe what he's saying. There are folks that won't do it. There are women who will never give a man a BJ. Yeah. So if what he's saying is right,
their mouth is not going there altogether. Your mouth is there and you've sucked the life out of this woman, but you draw it at what?
But it's different. See, it's different. The woman, he came in her. He came in her, so he's gonna go there.
No, he said you came in. It's not he coming in her. It's her having an orgasm, right? That was the thing. Because they are two different things. Don't get it wrong.
That boy was talking about him.
Yeah.
Him nutting. Oh,
yeah.
Okay, then I got it mixed up.
Yeah, that's nasty, man.
No, if it's that one, me, okay.
I mean, that's what I was trying to figure out at first. If I shoot up the club, then yeah, I'm like,
so Lord, do you ask her? Do you ask her to use a warm towel or cold towel or medium hot?
Oh no! She has to go pee and then use the cup and then splash. You then
for her to come back. Wait for her to come back again, and then you guys go another round. So every time. Wait a minute. Every time that y'all say and you finish one round, okay?
What
Then she should not
happened to
get up.
you bringing the warm towel?
Oh, I do that.
Okay, because you said
Like,
you will send her to go and
Lord.
that's why I
that's
was
that's that's
Lord,
for oh
Lord,
white
let me
people.
teach you. Lord, let me
White
teach you
people.
this. Get a protection. Get a condom.
No. I was talking about when I was in relationship.
I'm
Even
just saying,
like
get a condom. Get a condom, bro.
Yeah, get it. Yeah, that's
Get
the
a
best
get a
solution,
condom.
bro.
Stop
Don't
stop
shoot up the club, bro.
stop
I
trying
don't
to make us
like the
look
taste
at.
of latex
Don't.
either. Like, what the fuck? Like, do y'all not know what that tastes like?
Just stop
But
having sex,
I'm
man.
still
Come
stuck.
on.
I'm still stuck on the going to the bathroom. So you're going to wait, just clarify. You're going to the bathroom after every round or after every session? Because there's a difference.
No. Every session that we both are good.
This,
Okay,
this dude has
okay,
Like,
OCD. Yeah, he has OCD right there.
I
Yeah.
do,
Yeah,
but
he has. He
it's
does.
okay.
and it's like, yo, I taste everything, and if I don't like the texture of something, I don't like it. So it's like it's my preference.
you
Bro, let me
taste
tell you what you can do,
everything,
okay?
Yeah.
you
Lord,
taste
let me tell you
everything.
what you can do. Let me tell you what you can
Damn.
do. You
Yes,
see AK right there?
Grandmaster
AK,
Yoshi.
yeah, AK was here 2022. I went downtown Sex World, Minneapolis. Okay, two guys went to Sex World. And that's how you have to invest in your sexual life. Guess what? Well, I was in there with him, and folks are like, "You're going to a sex store with your brother-in-law?" Yeah, because we those are the kind of things you'll be like, okay, I want to be Americanized. When it comes to things like that, you'll be like, no way, I can't go into a sex world. You go there, you see things. There are things you can use on with your woman. If your woman has a foul smell in bed, you can use those things, and it's going to kill all those things. And you as a man too, men too do smell.
Okay.
Okay,
I'm not
so
talking
you
about that,
smell,
bro.
you sweat the whole time, and you come give her your BALS to lick when you haven't even taken a shower. And you,
I don't.
I don't mean you. I don't mean
Hey,
you. I don't mean you. I'm not talking about you. I'm just
Lord,
saying.
relax.
I'm saying as a man, we need to embrace that part of life too. It's okay for you as a man to be in bed with your woman. She feels that okay, let's go get a dildo or something. She wants to use it. If you're open to it, you can do it. Okay, so invest in your sexual life. Get some romantic stuff. Get some nice stuff.
what
Get some
are
things
you
you can eat
talking
and all
about?
those things.
That's a whole different ball game.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling
It.
you. It's because you're sticking to the fact that I don't do it, but I'm saying that there are folks who do it. So the reasons why you can do it is because others can. If you bring in these romantic things in your relationship, you can do it. Because when she's
Oh,
done, you can clean her. There are wipes where they're going to give her a certain flavor. Those wipes, when you lick whatever, it's going to give you a
oh
different
God,
thing.
water. Just pure water is good enough for me, please. I don't need
What if
no.
the water? What if the water has lead?
That's it. That's as pure as it gets.
There you go. There
Don't
you
worry.
go.
I don't need to go find alkaline. Alkaline. Even Mary didn't have
You're the
alkaline.
kind. You're the kind of dude who's going to refuse to eat a snake, a poisonous snake, but you eat a barracuda fish, which is more poisonous than a
See
snake.
this guy. See
That's
this
what you would
guy.
do.
What I
See
like.
this- what the fuck? What the?
That's what you would do.
Nah.
Mm.
I just like what I like, man.
So
But I'm on your side.
you just have OCD
Yes, I
basically,
do.
Nah, but
even when
I,
it
I can.
comes to your intimacy.
Yes, because before I
Okay.
mess with my girl or anybody, I gotta clean first because I'm not
Right,
doing anything
right.
to you that I don't want. I'm not gonna do anything to you that I don't want you to do to me. Like it's vice versa. It's two-way street. So we out here having clean, good. Oh yeah, all right, cool. Then that means I'm able to do more things and feel more comfortable. I'm not gonna be there smelling your piece. I'm like,
Just say that you're eating ass.
Whoa. We already had this conversation. If I'm not married to you, I'm not eating no booty hole. All right.
Nah, I can see where Lord is coming from though, because I've dealt with ladies where it's like if you're using a condom and then every time they give you a BJ, they want you to clean yourself before they give you a BJ again because they're like, I don't want that taste of the condom in my mouth. So I think I've seen it. It goes both ways. It goes both ways.
Oh man.
Makes
See,
sense. Makes sense.
your generation is a generation I thought that you guys are actually open to things like this. Okay,
Nah,
so we're
it's
very
just,
honest
it's because
because
your ass was doing it in Cameroon and you dealt with shit that you had no control over. That's
no,
why.
I keep saying this all the time. I wouldn't lie to you. I would never lie.
Nah, JB was raw dog. He
I'm one
ain't
of
using
those.
them.
I'm one of those dudes who will tell you
My bad.
I can't lie to you. I've been with a woman. I've slept with a woman. I don't even tell you when I sleep with a woman. That's my privacy. I don't tell my friends. Okay, you're talking about lies. I forgot to tell you one time. I was dating this girl, and we dated for like 6 months. And one time she came home and told my brothers, "Oh, your brother doesn't want me no more." And my brothers were like, "Okay, I'm sorry, but anyway, you didn't sleep with him." She was like, "What? I slept with that dude." Because I came and lied to my friends. Like I've never been with her. I've never slept with her because I'm trying to protect a woman. To me, when you sleep with a woman, it's your privacy. I don't just put it out there. Oh, I hit it, man. It was no, I don't do that. So most of my sexual life was in college. I didn't have a lot of. I dated so many girls without sexual intercourse, just like Aziz is doing right now and pretending to not be doing it. So I would date all these numerous girls, but I would not sleep with them. Okay, I would date them, but I would not sleep with them.
This guy.
So that's different. So when you tell me about going down and all those things, yeah, I got to the States. I dated two in the States. Do I regret not sleeping with all those girls? No, but they are my exes. Yeah, I'm copying Aziz's footstep. I was copying it then, but now
Bro.
he is copying my footsteps the other way around.
MCJB, just along those lines, right?
I was about to say, what does he mean by pretending? That's what I'm not doing.
Dude, you're not pretending, but you're just different. Like you're different. Yeah, you're different.
Appreciate that, bro. Thank you, bro.
Sometimes I wonder if you're a Homo sapien.
No, what?
A Homo sapien.
Oh, Homo sapien. Okay.
It's sapien. It's not sapien. It's not sapien. It's sapien.
You had to think about
You have to translate it in American terms.
I know. They call it sapien.
I want almost touch.
Let me ask you guys this question, right? Just along to what JB was mentioning. Fellas and ladies, let's say Tayo Aziz, you guys are best friends or good friends. Or Tutu, Teres, you guys are very good friends, right? Aziz, you slept with a girl. And Tayo comes and tells you, yo, man, and Tayo meets that girl, outside of, let's say, the club or whichever church, don't care. And he comes and tells you, yo, I met this girl really bad, I'm trying to get to know her, this and third. And then he comes and introduces you to her. Like, hey, or he shows you a picture, like, yo, there's a show. Then he's really expressed his deep, profound likeness, love, whatever, lost, whichever, about this girl. Do you proceed telling him that, yo, you smashed? Do you proceed telling him that, yo, no, don't go that route because you smashed? And ladies too, you guys can take this question, vice versa.
Well, any dude that wants to deal with anybody that dealt with what I've done with that girl, and they can make an informed decision after that, right? I don't really care what you do because she's not my chick anymore, and she's not my chick for a reason. But I'm going to be completely honest. And any chick that anybody I know has even got their phone number, I don't even entertain. I don't even care if you've even gone as far as doing anything. If you got her phone number, if you had an interest, if she had an interest in you, I'm not even entertaining her. There's too many women out here for me to entertain anybody in my immediate circle that somebody I know has dealt with. I don't do it.
So do you tell Tayo?
Yeah, tell him for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll tell him. Yeah.
Tayo.
I'm telling him straight up, bro. There's no secret in that, bro. Like, I'm not gonna have any of my, like, what good does it do me to withhold that information? Like, she's looking at me, I'm looking at her, bruh, that's bro code, man. I'm letting her know straight up, bro. Like, now, like Aziz said too, if he wants to continue on, that's on him. But I'm at least do my due diligence and be like, bro, this what happened. So.
And to keep it all the way 100 again, if he does continue on, if he chooses to do that, that's not my guy. So there's going to be distance there. Yeah, we can't be.
He said,
we can't. No, that's not my guy. Because why would you want my sloppy seconds? Like, and then it gets because I've already told you what I did with her. So what the same thing, it gets weird for me. So nah.
I mean, maybe his is sloppier.
Damn. But they could sloppy together. I just won't be around.
Sloppy, yes.
Things are just sliding in, out.
whoa. Yeah, that says a lot to the character of the guy.
Lord, what you doing?
Oh, I'm being honest. I'm gonna be honest because at the end of the day, like, it's his decision. You've already been given the packet of information. You do what you want with it. Especially if where I don't agree with Aziz is, if that wasn't my girl, and this was just like a situation and not like white night stand or something of that kind. Come on, man. I don't have any feelings that deep in regards to that girl if we were never that deep. So, and the friendship I have with my boy, come on, that yo, nah, man. I'm not about to ruin. I'm not about to end our friendship because you talking to another shorty that I used to talk to, but her and I only messed around for like a hot summer. Like, no.
Okay.
So,
MC JB, what you doing?
I'm waiting for him.
Dated my friend's ex already. I told you guys.
I knew it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not even a question, man. We should go to the next person. Like, I don't know, man. Like, man, I grew from the ghettos, man. I'm not this guy here living in like having this kind of fancy. Oh no, I grew up from in the time where if you steal water, they will burn you alive. It was that serious. So I lived in a society where a beautiful lady walks down the hood. Everyone is trying to have that woman. When she comes to look for you, you know that your elder brother is talking to her to sleep with her. Okay, so I don't know where we're coming from with this. Like, I think I saw a lot. That's why nothing is. Sometimes when I wake up from my sleep, I'm surprised I'm still awake. I think maybe I was dead and gone a long time ago. I just feel like in life, whatever happens to you is the way you premeditate your life and the way you live your life. My past has made me to be aware of everything. If tomorrow I walk into my house and I see my best friend, my wife in the house, I'll close the door. You guys continue and walk away. It's life,
Wow.
man. It's life. Nothing out there is gonna shock me anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not living in. Yeah, I'm not that kind of thing. Like I'm just living like hoping for a God will come and give you money. No, you don't work money. You don't have money. If you don't make a woman to belong to you, she will belong to the streets. That's my philosophy. Because a woman is so vulnerable when she listens to another man. If you don't want to cheat in your marriage or in your relationship, don't listen to any dude. We can talk to women, and there are no women that we talk to and they don't listen because we tell them the things your man at home doesn't tell them. So as a woman, close your ears because we will tell you things that no man will tell you. And once you listen to us, you will give us the cookie and walk away. That's my philosophy in life. Yeah.
Perez, are you telling your homegirl?
Yeah, it would depend. If I meet the guy in person, I'm just tell him up front, hey, let her know. I'm gonna give him a chance to tell her. I was like, if you don't tell her by this time, I will. But yeah, I'll let her know just for information purpose, so it doesn't come out later and it's something that I have to deal with. But yeah, I say this all the time. I will be the last person to stand in the way of love, whatever that looks like for any two people. So if a friend of mine happens to fall in love with someone I dated or had some kind of relationship with, hey, be my guest. Because the only uncomfortable person in that situation is myself. And I'm not going to wreck what you two got because I'm feeling uncomfortable. I'll walk away if it makes me feel that bad. I'll walk away and let the two people have what they want to have, whether it's hurting me or not. So I'll just let them know.
How will I not love you, woman? Look at that mindset right there. How will I not love you? Yeah. How won't I love you?
Tutu, what you doing? Let's hear this.
Yeah. Hey, girl, that nigga bet me over. Do what you gotta do with that information. Hey, at the end of the day, like if that's what it is, I told you what it was, and if you want to go ahead, if it's like you're like my like in my circle, and you like my good friend, all right, girl, like luckily I'm in a circle where none of us are attracted to any of the guys that we've ever talked to or anything like that, so we don't have those issues. But if you want to go ahead, I'm pretty sure because at the end of the day, we're girls who talk. We're gonna tell you, oh, I did this with so and so. 9 times out of 10, probably, if it's like your close friends. So they're probably gonna know who the person is, and they're just not going to because you've already met the guy, or you already saw that I've already messed with the guy.
Nah, they probably will know. I don't kiss and tell. So there's a high probability my friends would not have known the guy. At the end of the day, we are all somebody's sloppy seconds. Let's not act like.
Thank you.
Again, repeat that. See,
thank you, sister. Well, give me a bank account. Say it again.
Don't believe him.
This very me like this. I'm not saying pimp. You understand?
Yeah.
I'm not saying pimp. You go ahead and do what you got to do. You feel me?
Yeah.
Do what you got to do. Now, if it comes out that that person says it, sure. Not even come ask me, so I'll deny it. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not about to stand here and be the one in the way
I've actually denied somebody like that. I felt so bad.
I'm saying,
I was
I'm not about to
like,
stand here and be in the middle of this.
Nope.
Black guy, you love? Oh, my friend, please go ahead. By all means necessary. Do what you gotta do. I'm not saying pimp. Same way. So you don't tell me pimp. Let me be. Go ahead and do my thing. Now the problem comes in is if you come and start disrespecting my situation. Now that's a problem in itself. Mind your business and live long.
So your guy comes to you and is like, "Yo, bro, I just want to know before I get to that next level with so and so. Did y'all do anything?" You're gonna be like, "Nope, I don't know her."
I kid you never did anything. No.
I think we need to take a vacation with you, Lord.
Woo!
We need to go on a vacation with you. We need to go on a vacation. I came from Cameroon one time, and my homie was dating my ex-girlfriend.
Aziz is stuck.
I'm not saying
he was dating my ex-girlfriend, and I was the one telling him, tell her this, tell her that. They dated, okay? They dated. I've dated my friend's ex. My friend, my brother, my roommate has dated my ex. Man, why do we take life so serious, man? Why?
Serious?
At the end of the day,
people
you 6 feet
man.
down, you will forget. I know, bro. I'm not denying that. I'm just saying, like, Rihanna just went to Saudi Arabia. Where was that? India for 9 million to go perform one show. 9 million private wedding. You see, it's because we don't have that kind of money, so we're making it news. The person who actually, someone like Bill Gates is like only 9 million. And I was supposed to go for like 14 million. You know. So we, the people who have been exposed to this kind of mannerisms and lifestyle, they are normal things to us. They are normal
That's probably
things.
the difference. This can never be normal for me. I don't subscribe to that culture.
Because you don't do them.
Exactly.
That's why when I look at you, I'm like, this guy is not real. To me, you're not real. I look at you like, geez, man, how can you be a dude? You can't even go ahead, bro.
The funny part is I have friends just like me that don't do these things either. We live by the same code. Like, we don't even think about talking about to chicks that any of us have been engaged with in any kind of way.
Sorry about that.
Man, facts, I stamped that.
I agree too.
My clique, we not moving like that.
Yeah,
not at all.
I think it depends on the friend group, because like girls, none of us is ever going to sit here and talk to a nigga that either one of us has talked to. Never. It's not possible.
So I am just so old school because I don't have a friend. I don't have a friend. I don't do friendship. That's why you guys have these issues, like you have to please some people. I don't have friends. Okay, this issue of this is like, no, I don't have a friend. I grew up in an environment where everybody was an acquaintance and entity. Those who treat you right, you do unto others what you want us to do unto you. Basically, this issue of friend. That's why you get to be like, I don't believe he did that to me. No friend on earth will take a bullet for you. Stop tripping.
That's the difference, actually. That makes sense. You don't do friends. So you do.
I don't do friends.
Aziz,
but after tonight, Tutu is my friend.
Right now, like this, just who would you take a bullet for?
Me, my mom, my immediate family members. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, fuck us then, nigga. Sorry, I'm joking, man. I'm joking.
Yeah.
Hey, it's okay.
Take that, man.
He was waiting for it. Like,
I was waiting for that one.
Your friend group?
Nah, on some serious stuff though. Ladies and gentlemen, like, if your friend does not tell you that, like, if you're getting serious, with somebody, your friend, your very close friend does not tell you that, oh, they had something to do, are you gonna find that bizarre? Are you gonna detest them for that? Are you gonna hold that against them? You know what I mean? Again, just because I didn't work for you does not mean that it's not gonna work for the other people. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, that other person can even treat that person way better than you would have ever done so. Why would you go ahead and even stop that for that person? To me, I find that very bizarre and selfish. But anyways, like they always say, to each their own. Now, let's conclude like this. You guys have been hearing about the whole, Puffy thing going on and everything like that. This and the third. Is it making anybody feel some type of way? Just briefly, let's discuss and then close. Hopefully, I'm
Do you
giving
really
it a
want
chance
to
to
talk?
Tayo.
Do you really want to talk about that?
I mean, no, I think some people are itching to talk about it here. Or if
Okay.
not, I think we can close
Okay.
it.
Puffy is a black man. That's all.
And
That's
he's
too
a celebrity.
shallow.
He's a
We
celebrity.
got a lot of black brothers on this podcast, and we not like Puffy, man.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that's why. I said they're coming after him because he's a black man. That's all.
Oh, they're coming at him because he's a black man. Okay.
That's all I said. Yeah.
Now, is that really like?
Right.
You really think it's because he's a black man? Let's call a spade a spade. Let's call it what it
Okay.
really is. It's people that's actually coming with the facts. Like
Mhm.
this
facts?
is what happened and stuff like that. Like it's witnesses. It's people. He got his ex bodyguard that's sitting here testifying. It's other people that's coming out and basically saying they're naming different people. So, I mean, as much as I don't want him to be in this, I'm telling you, everybody that's in this case is not lying. It's just what it
Okay.
is. Like, so him being a black man, that has nothing to do with it. It don't.
Okay.
You did what you did,
Okay.
and that's it.
It sounded like you was on FaceTime with him right before this.
No,
Like, you
no.
knew exactly.
Nah.
He was like, "Yeah, girl, tell me what happened."
It's just sad to see, like seeing the image for me,
Facts.
Bad Boys Entertainment, rocking the style, listening to the music, just seeing the elevation from him as an entrepreneur, and you could look at him as a model in the sense of how he carried himself, and then for everything to just come down and crash like this is just like, damn, bruh. Like I won't say it's hard to believe, but it's just like, why though, bro? Like you had everything. Like you went from Biggie to this whole company, and then you got all this stuff going on. Like when the Cassie thing happened, I remember at that time because when Kid Cudi was like, her car blew up because he was talking. I remember when I actually came out at the time they said it, but it just kind of like the news just covered over it. And then for that to come back after she made the reports, it just connected the whole dots. But now messing with all these other people, guys, and underage people, and it's wild. It's wild.
Let me ask you this, right? For most of the folks who are talking and things like that, let's say, for example, they were still in his good graces. He was paying them whatsoever. Would they still be talking all these things they're talking right now?
If he paid them all,
I mean, if he was still paying them, if he was still holding on to them in good graces, quote unquote, they weren't on his good graces. Would they still be talking all these things they're talking right now against him?
Of course they wouldn't.
Yeah.
Well, some. It depends. It depends.
Yeah.
It depends.
it depends on how bad the treatment was. Some
Yeah.
the money can't. They said them parties was wild, man. I don't know.
But they were there, right?
Yeah, they was in attendance.
So if he was in attendance and you seen what happened, you didn't say shit then. Just shut the fuck up now.
Like, why are you saying
You gotta
shit
say
now?
nothing. Nobody even asked you.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
But they're playing for
When I
these-
say-
they're playing.
When I say
They're playing
he's a
for
white
this-
man, you come after me. When I say he's a white man, you say he's a black man. You come after me saying, why am I saying so? Your president who is going to be running very soon. Where is Epstein, the Epstein guy now? He died in prison. Was he not having sexual parties with your ex-president who is going to run again for president? See, come November. This dude went on national TV and said, grab them by their pee. Did women not say stand there and vote for him? This lawsuit he has right now going on in New York with this lady where she used to work in a store, and he went in there and grabbed her. What happened to him? Instead, Americans have raised over 500 million to support him, pay lawyers and stuff, supporting someone who's been doing stuff and treating girls badly, underage girls. Yet we push that through. Diddy is making money. He's doing what he's doing, and Diddy's not the only one going down. It's going towards Jay-Z too. These are the things we don't see. The only place where you can live your life and be happy and not worry about things like this is most countries in Africa. Ghana will stand and tell you that we don't want gay people. We don't want gay people in our country, and then they will get up tomorrow and tell you we're not going to give you guys 5 trillion because you don't want gay people to be married in your country or celebrate themselves. Come on, man. It's a black thing. I stick to that. It's a black thing. I stick to that.
I think another twist of it too can be like, you know how there's ranks when it comes to everything. You got the higher up, someone's always controlling the game. I think it started back from when he tried to go at Ciroc, when he was branching out to his new DeLeon tequila, and they weren't putting it out in certain areas, and he was claiming it's only in the suburban areas. When you piss off certain people at certain places, it might not be an immediate effect, but it's like a button. As soon as they push that button, your whole life can change. So it's like, I believe Diddy also possibly fucked with the wrong people up top, and then now he's paying the consequences. So sometimes you just gotta know when to stay in your place and just do what you do. But when you mess with the wrong people, business get put out, and then you can't control it.
Who did Harvey Weinstein mess with?
What Kanye say?
Thank you.
Community.
Thank you very much. Who did he mess with? Yep. Jeffrey Epstein. Who did he mess with?
And why did they raid Jeffrey Epstein's house? Why did they put any of his people in cuffs?
Thank you. Instead, Americans are going after E.J. Carroll because she came and stood against Trump. Oh man.
Boom. There you go. That too.
We just got to pick the battles, and then we just try to act like there is Diddy. I've always loved Diddy from the past. That dude was giving me the American vibe when I was in Cameroon. I wanted to be like Diddy when I was growing up as a child. Yeah. So looking at him now, whatever he's going through, I still don't care. Do you think I stopped listening to R. Kelly? No. I still listen to Kelly all the time.
That man's still a hot piper. Pause.
I listen to Kelly all the time. They just take you and put things like the other day, I think it was today, I told AK about the 7-year-old girl who has a child in Africa. It's not okay. She's too young. Or Nigeria, she is very young for that. But this is what I'm going to say. In Africa, if it's a tradition that she should be married at that time, then she can get married. Okay? If it's okay with them. In America, they just take anything that doesn't go their way.
Wait, what?
I said if it's their culture that she should be married at 6, then she can have a child at 7. If it's their culture, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if that's what they're doing, but I'm just saying that I don't stand as a landmark to judge Diddy for sleeping with all those numerous girls and doing what he was doing with them. I don't. I will just make sure I don't have my kids exposed to that kind of a lifestyle. That's all.
But you listened to his music and you said he was giving you American vibes from Cameroon. So indirectly, you're a fan.
Yes, he's always giving me.
But the dangerous thing
wonderful fan of Diddy.
Right, but the
I'm a wonderful fan.
Right, but
go ahead.
You can be a wonderful fan, right? But the dangerous thing about being a fan of a person that you don't really understand or know is that you'll never really understand what they did to get to where they were, right? So you live in a facade of what you think that they are, and it's really at the expense of your own ignorance, right? Because once the devil is done with you, right, he takes back everything that he gave you and some. And that's exactly what Diddy is facing right now. Diddy's handlers are done with him, right? And once they're done with you, they get rid of you. And it's going to happen with every black face of influence that you know. They're all going to go down one by one.
Isn't that what the church is? Isn't that what the church is?
No,
Isn't that what the church is?
It's not.
Okay.
Not even close.
That's what the church does. That's why the church stop giving money to church. It will send you in the back seat. Think about it.
Who will
stop
send you
giving this contribution and singing? They will send you in the back seat, man. You get all these stories every time. Stop doing the donations and stop singing in church and become pregnant while you're still there. They will send you to the back.
What church you talking
about? Stop doing that. You had Wigway, the guy who just passed away on the plane or the helicopter crash with his family. Okay, yeah. He passed on. The pastor where he was worshiping, they had a birthday before he was buried. They had a birthday celebrating the mommy G.O. while the guy was in the mortuary. He gives them 500 million naira every single year. Before they buried him, they were celebrating the pastor's mommy G.O.'s birthday. The church doesn't care.
How did he make it? How did he make that money?
Oh, now you care where the money is coming from? Now you care?
I always care. I always care.
You always care.
I always care.
You always scared.
same thing.
The church in the black man's world is the greatest scam, more than slavery. I go to my country, Cameroon. You give somebody 10,000. The person tells you, "Thank God." You're thanking God for me giving you money.
You had a good Samaritan at that point in time. Not wrong with them.
So
Thank you, God.
what does that have to do with your admiration for Diddy and Diddy being a known pedophile, criminal, sex offender, and homosexual?
Why are
Allegedly.
you giving him all these names? Has he been judged? Has he gone to a law court before he's been
These are
he's
facts.
condemned? Why are you giving him all those names?
That's what entertainers do to make the kind of money he's made.
Yeah, because
So
the
you-
has come from the devil. That's what they preach in the church, right?
Or because entertainers have no scruples
Exactly.
or values. Or and
Exactly. And
usually,
David was an entertainer. David was an
David
entertainer.
who? David who?
David
Who we talking
in the Bible, the devil you know. The devil you
Nah,
know.
David.
David,
David.
David who was in it.
David. I'm talking of David. King David in the Bible was an entertainer. You don't even know. David was an entertainer.
I know what you're talking
So
about.
if we're gonna go with these things, those are the double standards I talk about this all the time. It's okay for you to be like no homosexuality, no gay stuff. But I tell you, go and see. King James was a gay. He was a gay king. But you're reading the King James Bible written by a gay king. And you stand and then you condemn people who are gay people. Man, let's stop all this, man. Diddy had so much fun. He's still gonna have fun if he goes to jail or not. All I care about is as a black man,
Diddy's
deal
done.
your wealth.
Diddy's done. And Diddy's probably going to end up missing soon.
He became a billionaire before he was gone. The whole world's gonna remember his name. They won't
My
remember
man on the plane already.
Allegedly, they're all billionaires before they go. Just like Jeffrey Epstein was, right? His billionaire money comes
That's
with billionaire
life,
problems.
That's life, my brother. I just look at it like sometimes I really wonder why my kids has to really go to a physical school if they are homeschooled, because all they put out there for you to see is this ideology of Americans. America went to number 47 when it comes to education now in the world. Number 47. We keep
You
pushing
still
the
gotta go get
American
a
issue
degree.
of America is
You still gotta go get a degree.
it's just freedom.
Use it here.
It's just
What'd you say, AK?
exactly.
I say you
it's
still
just-
can't go get a degree from out there and come and use it here. You gotta still go
They will deny
down and
you.
then come back
Go
up
through
again.
the system.
Yeah.
But JB, for any entertainers that think that getting to a certain place doesn't come at a cost, you're very naive. And every time you pay that cost, it comes at a cost down the line. And that's what
Anybody-
we're learning with this.
Anybody heard about TD
Bro, you're
Jakes?
tripping.
I mean, anybody seen TD Jakes lately?
Bro, you're tripping.
Nah,
Exactly.
bro. Ever since that
Exactly.
came out about him, my man has
Exactly.
not been preaching.
Bro, you're
No, he
tripping.
has. He has.
He did originally, but I mean,
So if you're talking about those type of preachers, MCJB, you're right, because those are Diddy's friends. So if you're talking about those guys, yeah.
Why do you want to?
See, why you
box
condemn
people,
you?
man?
There's no evidence people are throwing people under the
Why are you
bus. I
just
don't
boxing
understand.
people? Why do you want to box people? This one belongs here. This one, okay. The most. Why do you
actually,
do that?
actually pay attention. Actually pay attention.
To what?
Actually,
Rumors on the
Aziz.
internet? Do you have
Actually,
any
Aziz.
physical evidence?
As who is the most
I know-
righteous
I know
man who
what's
ever
going on.
lived on earth? Who is the most righteous man who ever lived on earth? Who is the most righteous?
MCJB was.
That's not me. I'm
MCJB
not
was.
righteous. No, that's you. That's you right there, man. That's you.
That boy,
can't even tell us
came
your
back in
girlfriend,
MCJ
there was a
back up
leaked
the church.
video though of TD Jakes that with another guy. So I mean, there's some things that's been leaked. They haven't put all the stuff together, but
Leaked where? Where's the video?
check it on the internet, man.
You people have not
go.
seen they are using AI
you
to
go.
put people's faces in things.
Everything checking the internet. As this by tomorrow, I will show you a sex tape of yourself sleeping with a woman. Would you believe that? Would you believe that? Come on, man. Come on.
Hey, send that to the group chat.
I'll put it in the
So-
group chat. I'll put it
Just add it
there.
off.
So,
And I'll
so
make
what
sure I
you're
give you
saying is
I'll
that
give you a very tiny stuff.
you're saying that TD Jakes was AI into having wild parties with Diddy.
Was saying that don't just believe everything you see or hear. If it hasn't gone through, if you haven't been in a law court where you can actually show those proof and you have a judge who is actually
But what if-
righteous, then you
but what
cannot
if I-
tell.
But what if I have friends in entertainment that tell me the same things and corroborate the same stories?
Oh, you have friends everywhere. That's why you're doing what
yeah,
you're doing.
yeah, exactly.
And were the friends the people
Exactly.
who did the thing with them? Are they not just listening to rumors too?
No, they've actually been there and they've been propositioned.
So
They
why
turned
they
it-
why
You mean, what were they doing there?
Of course.
So
What
what?
are his friends doing there?
I don't know. You can ask them, bro.
Shit, that ain't
And
so
that's the best people are
Supposedly
taking
these
information
parties
from.
don't turn upside down until like a certain time. So it's like it's a regular party at first, and then after 10, 11 p.m., it's a whole nother case if you still there.
Who told
But
you
hold on.
that?
Let me
Who
ask you guys a
told
question.
you?
Go ahead, AK.
For most of these folks who are talking all this nonsense, right? Don't well, I mean other folks, but they're talking about people go to these things, people go to these things, they did this, that. Isn't there something called NDNA? Wow, whatever.
Yeah.
NDA.
Yeah, NDA. There you go. So for those who sign that stuff and still yet say, "Oh, X, Y, Z happened," did they force somebody to sign it?
Not at all, bro.
Did they force somebody to go to a party because it's a celebrity who is doing it? That means that you should go because you want celebrity status, and then you go. I see nonsense. You still stay there, but after later you want to come and complain.
Exactly.
My
Yeah,
only thing here is,
sad, man.
as a race, you know what I mean? It's just sickening that you're not going to talk the same way about the other folks with the shit they do. But when it comes to your own person that you
Thank
should
you. Thank you.
support and cover, you guys want to throw them so quick under the bus, but you will not do the same for the other people. You would not do the same for the people.
I'm throwing everybody under, bro.
I'm not saying you.
And I think
I'm just
that
saying, like,
right.
yeah.
No, I get what you're saying though, and I think that it shouldn't stop with Diddy, right? Because Diddy is just the fall guy, right? It's really the people, his handlers, right? It's really the Leo Cohen's, right? It's really the Jimmy Iovine's. It's really these high level executives, right, that benefit from the disillusion and the dysfunction of the black culture at the expense of putting black faces in those positions, right? But a lot of people don't know that, right? All they see is Diddy and they see the American dream, right? So they come here and they want to be like Diddy and all these other celebrities that have no real values anyway, right? And really, they're mad at the fact when people tell the truth because quietly they want to be that guy that gets that paycheck and do the same thing that Diddy did. So a lot of people that are defending Diddy would be Diddy if they had the opportunity. And that's really our culture's biggest problem. We don't have a standard or class about us at all. So we'll sing and dance and do whatever we need to do for a paycheck at the expense of generations after us.
You're not clapping at me for shit
Oh
because
my
I'm not
God.
accepting what you're saying.
Oh my
You feel
God.
me?
What
You're
are you
not
talking
clapping
about,
for shit
man?
'cause I'm not
What are you
accepting
talking
what you're
about? Why don't you go back
I'm
to
not talking
Cameroon
about
and get
anybody
all
in
those
particular.
kings?
saying. I'm not saying
to
you are.
Cameroon and
You know what?
Go to
Oh, yeah, I'm
Cameroon
not
and get
talking about
all those
anybody in
kings.
particular.
Get all those kings
So
who
what?
sold slaves to America. Why do we always want to blame a black man?
Some of them were from
Why?
Cameroon, you know that, right? Some of those kings were from Cameroon, you know that,
Yeah.
right?
I know Cameroon and Ghana and Nigeria. That's where the most slaves came from.
Correct.
Okay, so
Correct.
what's the difference between the Diddy and the R. Kelly situation then?
Okay, now see when you also
They're the
go
same.
when you also go there now, you are beginning to piss me off because where are the parents of these people? They knew what was going on. Why are they not in jail?
Bro. AK, let me tell you something. The parents are just as worse as the kids, bro. This is what I've been saying.
That's what I'm saying.
The same people that are defending Diddy and TD Jakes, you give them a paycheck, they'll do even worse behind closed doors, right? We are such a sick group of people, right? We'll do anything for $1. And that's what that white man does, and that's why he dangles it in our face all the time. All these entertainers and MCs, they can't wait to get bent over publicly and privately. And that's why you see all these people in dresses. You see all these people doing whatever they need to do to get on. And a lot of people are only going at Diddy because they really auditioning, right? They want that white man to know, yo, I want to be next. I want the millions too.
Sir,
I don't get. I don't.
you ain't
get
gonna
it.
catch me. You ain't gonna catch me
I don't
trying
get
to
it.
get my single
Yeah.
released.
I don't get it,
Just
man.
by dropping my. Nah, I ain't getting bent
Of
over.
course, I'm not talking about you.
No, but I'm just disclaimer. I'm just making
Doing
sure
organic
out there.
entertainment.
I'm just putting it out
Yeah,
there.
I don't-
Relax.
I don't get it.
Calm
I
down.
don't get it.
Not you,
Not
Lord.
No one's
Not you,
worried
Lord.
about you, Lord.
Look,
Not
my
you,
thing
Lord.
is
Not
this,
you,
right?
Lord. I'm
Oh,
not
yeah.
My
talking
thing
about
is
you.
this, right? I
Hey,
think it's,
damn, Lord. Who was
I'm
it?
not I'm not judging or knocking nobody's hustle, but please, if you're going to forfeit your children's education because you want to send them into entertainment at a young age, don't come 20 years later talking shit because nobody's listening. Go sit your ass down, enjoy your little millions that you made, which some of us will never see, or maybe we'll see too, and leave us alone. We are hardworking people here. We don't have time.
Facts.
You knew what you was getting yourself into. You knew the playing field that you were in. Don't come and complain now. Don't complain now. That's all me I'm saying. Don't complain now. Just leave
that
after effect as
and that goes for people like Diddy too, right? He knew the game he was playing, right? And he knew what was coming. And he was okay with it at the expense of everything that he gained as a result of it. So you don't hear him saying anything publicly anymore because he knows the devils that he's dining with, and he
Aziz,
understands that.
Aziz, what
Yes.
did you take? What did you take in school? What did you take in college? What did you study?
Why? Why?
No, I'm going somewhere with you. I'm going somewhere with you. Very, very good. Sorry,
Medicine, actually.
medicine. There is no way on earth I can argue with you about medicine because I don't know. I can maybe talk about what I've read and the kind of stuff, you know. There's no way because you know the ins and outs of it. Does that make sense?
But okay, I think
Good. So
okay.
this
Let me say this too, though.
go ahead.
But let me say this too, though. You can't argue with me about entertainment either, because you've never been places that I've been or people that I've known been.
I am not talking about people. You keep bringing up this your people. You cannot even mention. You talk about people when you talk about people. You cannot
Oh,
even.
why would I mention names? Let's
You know
talk
people
about
I've
the
met
names you
too in
know.
the entertainment. You know what I've done in the
Let's talk.
Cameroonian music industry
Let's
too.
talk. Okay, Cameroon and here are totally different, right?
It's not about different. We're talking about things. We're talking about people you
No.
know.
How many
Bro,
people?
let's
How many
follow.
how many supposed Cameroonian billionaires do you know in entertainment?
I am not talking about billionaires. We're talking about industry. You know, you're talking
No,
about
but
billionaires.
we're
Why are you
talking about
switching?
Diddy.
You're
Because we're
switching.
talking
Don't
about
switch,
Diddy.
bro. Let's focus. I brought up a question. Let's follow
Right
through,
here
right?
with you, bro. I'm right here with
What
you,
I'm saying
bro.
is this: you are
You said
so much.
Cameroon.
You were just
You
saying
said
that I don't know.
Cameroon.
I don't know the people you know in the music industry, the billionaires,
No,
right?
you don't know what it takes to get there.
Okay, if you know one, just mention one. Who of you work with? Who do you know?
MCJB.
No, you're tripping now, man. You're tripping. You're saying things that when it comes for you to mention it, you keep it. Then why do you say things that you can say in public?
Because I'm not gonna mention names. Let's talk about the name
Exactly.
that's out there.
Because you're
Let's
giving
talk
me
about Diddy.
facts about Diddy, and I'm telling you that you're saying these things because you claim to know what's going on with Diddy. And I'm telling you that I cannot take a bullet for that because I know Diddy as an entertainer. Whatever he has done to those girls, okay. I was talking about
You know?
the industry because this is where I was going to. I have done movies back in Cameroon. So I've had ladies who have come to me to, okay, if can I sleep with you and get this role? I also know directors who have slept with girls to get roles. There is no director, there is no musician who is actually going to do things the right way without slipping around the
Correct.
line to get to where they're
Correct.
going to.
Correct.
So for that's what I was
Correct.
talking about. What you do, you do medicine. When it comes to entertainment, I can proudly say an African entertainment I'm more placed than that than you are.
Sure.
But maybe
For
in
sure.
America, you know a lot more because I don't work with in American artists or musicians or whatsoever. But
Sure.
this industry, for you to get
Yeah.
in, you must be ready to do stuff like that.
Bingo,
Those
bro.
are the
We're
facts.
saying the same thing. We're saying the same thing, bro.
No, but you are sitting here talking about the wine man, give you money, give you money, give you money. No, it's not about money.
Yes. So
Money.
now let's expand on what you said, right? There's that part, right, where the casting couch is a real thing in Hollywood, right? That's exactly what you're talking about, right? These
Perfect.
women, these black women that you see on TV, they're not on TV because they're so talented. They're on TV because of what they did to get there, right? Now, when we start talking about billionaires and etc., right? People that are high earners, right? What do you think they had to do to get there, right? And at the end of it all, right, there's still somebody paying them, right? They're still making money for an entity, an engine, right? So what do you think they had to do to get there? Sometimes when you meet entertainers that don't cross a certain threshold, it's not because they're not talented, right? MCJB might not be global because he might not be willing to do certain things to get there, right? He might not
It's
be
not just
willing
my
to take that
it's not my
position.
time. Maybe it's not my time. If I believe
Right.
in your God, I would say
Right.
it's not my time.
Right. But if you want to make a certain amount of money, right, you're going to be propositioned with certain things.
What if I don't want to just make money? What if I just want to be like Jada Keys, underground rapper? It's not all
Well,
about money.
we're talking about Diddy, right? So we're talking about high
No,
level.
bro, you always
high
try to
level.
bring money in almost everything you say.
Because it's
It's not about
important.
money. So
No,
folks,
it is, though.
money is
It is.
money is
Entertainment
important.
is about money. And entertainment in this country is about money. Everything in entertainment is about money. It's actually the highest grossing engine of money in the country. This country is
all
built on
those your
entertainment.
basketballers who bought in the 50s where they were paid $25 for a whole year as typing for the games, have they gone back to pay them for the sacrifice they did back in the years?
25,000 years ago was a lot of money for a basketballer, right? So we're talking about
Bro,
relevance.
I'm just telling you that when you're talking about money is subjective. To you, a billionaire
No.
is the richest person. To me,
No.
if I can pay my bills and send my kids to school, I'm fine. So you keep saying this
The reason
issue
why
of
we
money
know
when I'm
Diddy-
telling you
The
no.
reason why we know Diddy,
No,
right,
bro.
is because of
Dre
who
is a
he is and
Dre
what
was a
he
billionaire
makes.
before Diddy. Dre was a
Right, and
billionaire before
he's-
Diddy.
And his name is coming up too now.
You see where you go, man. Man, let's call it a night.
This guy, man, listen, man.
Yeah. So
It's
this
a
is what you talk
cycle,
about.
man.
This is the shackle. This is the shackle that we're talking about. A black man is always going to be in shackled from slavery till when they die. That's what the law says. The day you were born to the day you die, you're in shackles.
Nah,
Because when a black man becomes a billionaire, it's a problem. Some of you don't even know that the richest man on earth right now came from South Africa. But because he's a white man in a white skin, they don't talk about that. Elon Musk was born in South Africa, right? As a black man, if you have to go by that. But they don't talk about it. And no one is coming around him because he's a light skinned man. Bro,
but
let's go to
we're talking about entertainers though. We're not talking about intellectuals.
Elon Musk entertains through X. Yeah, he entertains. He keeps us going.
How is he telling jokes?
He actually let the X
He
through.
keeps us going. Yeah.
This guy's so good.
Listen, man. Listen, if we let you guys will keep going to tomorrow. So let's live to win the war another day. But anyways, man, appreciate you guys. It's a lengthy one. If you've watched this all the way to here, shout out to you, man. You're the real MVP. Shout out to you. This was a good banter. Loved it. Tutu, thank you for joining us today. We hope to see you next week. Feel me? You hope to see you next week. So yeah. No conclusions from you guys. You guys have said enough. Please hit that subscribe button. If
No, AK, you can't just let Tutu go out like that. Tutu, we just want to let you know that you're a very beautiful, sexy, sassy woman. And you coming here today, you brought in so much light. Okay. Yeah, we like your mannerisms, and yeah, keep on coming so we can actually have more interesting conversations like this. And please, everything you've heard from me is the truth, nothing but the truth. Everything you heard from Aziz, don't believe. Thank you.
And we
Thank
like your hair.
you.
Dear. We like your hair.
You said, huh?
I said we like your hair. That shit laid.
Thank you. Thank you guys for having me.
Yes, you're welcome.
Appreciate
You're
you.
welcome.
that's all you're gonna conclude with.
And hope to be back next week. And if you guys are new, make sure you guys follow, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, leave a comment down below. Make sure you tell a friend to tell your grandmother, sister, boyfriend, auntie, uncle, all of that whole shebang. And yeah, stay tuned for next week.
Y'all. We out.